The world has changed. Gone to hell, more like. It started when magic came back. The awakening, some call it. You're rubbing elbows with orcs, elves, even trolls these days. Meanwhile, megacorps bleed the world dry, one board meeting at a time. They own just about everything. But not us. We're Shadowrunners. Mercenaries, operating in the margins, working dangerous jobs for the desperate and the powerful. Being a runner takes more than skill and street smarts. You want to live long enough to get paid, you'll need a team, the right talent for the job. Maybe that's a mage, someone who can fry your enemies with deadly spells. A good decker can jack into the Matrix and bypass the toughest security without leaving a trace. Adepts, riggers, shaman, and don't forget your street samurai. Packing enough firepower and cyberware to take on a small army. Man, magic, and machine. Takes it all to survive in the shadows. Welcome to the sprawl.
Welcome to Shadowrun Corporate Sins. You are joining us for another evening of action and adventure. But before we get into either of those two things, I have some exciting announcements for you. The first one is that the fourth How to Play Shadowrun video is available on YouTube. This one specifically covers magic and the astral world, things like spellcasting, summoning. So if you would like to understand Sharky a little better, that would be the video that you should check out. Again,
no one can understand Sharky, but that's okay.
Thanks, Mordecai. I'm talking here.
Shut up, we're gonna die.
You don't want her to be upset with you.
The fourth How to Play Shadowrun video is up on YouTube. You can also check out the other ones which talk about basics, combat, and the Matrix. We also have shirts. We have Infiltrating shirts, which are incredibly exciting. They are aesthetically pleasing shirts available in a number of different colors, but they are only available for a limited time, so you should get your shirt.
If you're colorblind, do not order the red one, because...
You will have, yes. Thank you, pro tip, don't order the red one if you are colorblind, otherwise have at it.
Lauren, how many holes are in the shirt?
How many holes? There are four.
Four! Good job!
And one for each arm if you have two that need holes, and then one for a torso to go through. Standard shirt construction. Thanks, Claudia.
Wanted to let you know.
Great. There are also exciting on that note, there are also new purchasables that are part of the Shadowrun metagame, so for those of you who are new to it, you can join a corporation if you are a subscriber to our channel, and that will give you access to the crazy world of the metagame where you can do things like hire the runners to do whatever you would like. Probably. And in addition to that, there are now other things that you can get by spending your action points as a corporation, and so you should check out that list because it will add in some color and excitement into these players' daily lives, like making things harder for them, which is my favorite thing to do. Speaking of making things harder for the players, our final announcement is we are continuing our Edge donations, so if you donate $25 with the name of one of our players, or with my name, I accept these too. They will be awarded a point of Edge. Edge can do things like helping them re-roll, letting them talk more than they should, stab people better, all sorts of exciting and endless possibilities if they have Edge. Our players will have little tokens in front of them. Mainframe currently has 1 point of Edge. You can't see mine because I am all powerful, but I have some right now. So a $25 donation and saying the name of the character will get them a point of Edge, which is incredibly exciting. And I think that is all of our announcements, which puts us back into our story. Team Infiltrating had helped with providing security for the attempted is not the correct word, for the attack on Josephine Jugashvili's political fundraiser. The result being that some other individuals, who they were not anticipating being there, managed to take Miss Jugashvili and leave the premises with her, in essence, kidnapped. I believe that is the official term for it. So our runners had found themselves up against a threat that they were not prepared for. They did adequately survive that encounter, however. And have since been contacted by Miss J in order to kind of resolve the ending of their discoveries. I know that there were some intentions, like Fang had said she wanted to interrogate.
I want to take 2 of them.
So Fang had specifically taken 2 of the troll killers who were the attackers that they had anticipated for interrogation with like actual authorities. Because HRT shows up.
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take 2 of them. Me. Fang. They're gonna throw it in the van with us.
I am not so sure I feel good about this situation.
No, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna drop them off at the precinct, and I'm gonna give them data on all the bad things that they've done, so that they can be arrested by the proper authorities.
What can bring him to the precinct if we don't want them in a van?
That also works.
In fairness, HTR also shows up. They can bring them to.
But does HTR have all the data they need?
Okay, that's fine. So Fang takes 2 of the troll killers, not the other 4.
No, not the other ones. And Fang writes a very detailed email to her mentor, her real mentor, the only one who stuck by her except for that one time he abandoned her last episode.
So, her real mentor. Great. So Fang has done that. Cromwell managed to escape the clutches of a very elite street samurai. It was close, but he made it. The street samurai had rapidly booked it away on a motorcycle after realizing that the van was gone.
Defeated him in a way. He ran away. So.
Scared.
Frightened, I'd say.
Essentially a victory. Sharky held mega Sharky, like super mega flying Sharky, held his own very well until was descended upon by even more spirits. And found himself facing off against an unreasonable number of spirits while simultaneously being banished.
Can he at least choose to save himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Sharky can return not
Actually,
by force.
Spirits generally don't mind being banished, but Sharky.
It's fine.
Mordecai felt bad. As you can see, the other mage has no qualms about binding spirits.
It's true.
And I think Elsie,
Are you all right,
Did you
Mordecai?
have anyone, or were you?
I am still suspicious of that events planner.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know if she was a face indeed, but she was either incredibly incompetent or a bad guy. So
Okay.
yeah.
So Elsie's gonna take her suspicion. Are you gonna try and do anything with it immediately, or just kind of hold on to that?
I will hold on to it.
Okay. And Mainframe, did you have anything you needed to be resolved?
I have no desire to kidnap any of the remaining troll killers, so we're fine there. I'm a little worried about Mordecai. He seems very distraught about the situation that happened. So I want to check in with him, really, just...
Well, of course I'm distraught. What do you think? I mean, we botched the job, and, now Sharky goes and gets banished. It's really difficult for me to do those powerful summons, so I don't know. I'm bummed, okay? I'm bummed.
Look, thank you for what you did back there again. It wasn't your fault that things went south. I mean, I feel like shit. I shouldn't have trusted that we had done physical recon. We should have looked harder for those flashbangs. It reeks.
Yeah, it does. Well,
It meant a lot to me.
good conversation.
It meant a lot to me to have Sharky's backup back there, so thank you.
Oh, all right. You're welcome.
Cromwell, what was?
Fang, you agreed to let me take them 2 troll killers to the precinct?
Yeah, I just...
Send. is the sending sound, I guess.
So we'll transport them over while you're sending that email.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
pretty much just evidence to put them away because I don't want them out again, especially now that they know who we are.
What does Cromwell do while taking the troll killers to the precinct?
I'm with you.
Are you? All right. Here's what he does. They're tied up, restrained.
Yep.
They're
Currently
awake.
unconscious.
They are conscious.
Unconscious.
All right. Then he takes the knife he got and he cuts their tattoos off. Their troll killer tattoos.
Ouch. Okay. Did they wake up? Possibly. You don't really wake up from stun damage just because, like, you're like unconscious, like knocked out. It's not like a light sleep.
And he says, would you write something about making better life choices on their other arms?
Yes. Okay. So Elsie is actually, she went to an art supply store a while back.
I only heard heart supply store, but you
Art.
said art.
Arts. Well, same difference. Yeah, so she fixes them up real good. And in spots that'll be like a little bit like off, so they're not gonna like find it at first.
Difficult to clean.
Yeah, like back of your neck kind of stuff, so they'll probably walk around, other people will see it. And so I write, I will make better life choices on them, and then I also just draw some lewd pictures.
Great. Mainframe, you have another point of edge.
Does Mordecai see any of that, or are you?
No, I took them away from the party.
All right.
To do that, and then we do drop them off at the precinct after that.
Thanks.
So, fairly shortly the next day, you are summoned for an audience, called by Miss J to meet and kind of discuss the conclusion of this mission. So she'll be waiting for you in the usual room. At this point, you kind of have your usual. Do you do anything in particular before you go in, or should we?
She's not gonna be happy. We lost our mark.
Well, she could have been a little bit more helpful with some information. She just kind of dumped us on the thing and said, look for stuff.
It's not her job to be helpful. It's our job to be adequate.
Well, we were adequate.
No, we weren't.
No, adequate would have been keeping her from getting kidnapped.
I actually
She
think
didn't die. If those grenades had gone off, she would have died.
I actually think we did a pretty good job. We didn't have a lot of information. I hate to say it, we were out of our league. We were up against a team that was way better than us.
Our assignment was to keep her from getting assassinated, and she did not get assassinated at that event.
So what's the takeaway? That being good enough's not good enough in
Yeah.
the sixth world?
I think it's that we ran a job to our best ability, and we still suck. But that doesn't mean we have to be done, does it?
We just have to be more prepared next time when we run into one of them Shadowrunning teams like that.
We don't suck!
Sorry.
I agree.
We're not going to suck!
There's just a lot of teams that are better than us. I mean,
What the hell difference does it matter if they're better or not? What is there some kind of invisible ranking somewhere that we're trying to place on? Is this some kind of sporting event? It doesn't. I don't give a shit if there's people better than us. Did we do our job? Yes. Did we do it excellently? No, we did not. But I agree with Mordecai. We did not suck. We do not suck.
I'm not
There is
saying
room
it-
for improvement.
I'm not saying it's permanent. I'm just saying this is where we rank in the I don't know, city.
We lost. And we just did.
Yeah.
And we gotta go home and
But we don't have to next time. There's first place and there's dead eventually. And I don't want to be dead, so we've got to do what it takes to be able
Exactly.
to take on a team like that next time.
I agree.
The trolls got it right. There's no point in wallowing. We did the job to the best of our ability, which wasn't good enough. We'll do better.
So you all go in your disgruntled state. And Miss J is waiting in there with her standard retinue. It is good to see you. Well, it's done. Given that you were not entirely successful, we cannot offer you full payment. But if you can provide us with any of the information that you acquired during the event, we will be able to pay for half of the original agreed amount, which would be 3,500 Nuyen each.
I think that's fair. We were able to get some information on the van, and
Excellent.
The authorities do have some of the troll killer gang in custody. We just ran up against a very tough team. We were able to take out, the first couple waves of goons, but
You did well, considering what you were up against, and I'm sorry we were not able to find that information in time to help you. From my own research, it seems that you were facing one of the most professional teams of runners and the least moral in the Seattle area. There's a reason why I chose not to contact them to do work for us. They don't particularly care about anyone except for the Nuyen.
I'm happy to share I've got a couple sets of email records from the event planner and some of the troll killers. Can provide that for you.
That would
as
be
well.
incredibly helpful. For the information that you provided, we will give you the 3,500 Nuyen. I would also like to assuage your fears. We have sent one of our most elite groups of runners after Miss Jugashvili, so she should be being rescued from her captors.
so this other team, who are they?
From my original investigations in Seattle, I believe they are referred to as Scarlet Fire.
All fire has some element of scarlet in it. It's like
this-
like saying wet rain.
Well, MFAC isn't terribly much better, so right now we
Hey.
can't throw a lot of stones.
We are professional, damn it.
We're just not.
I apologize. They have an okay name.
Their name is, I did not name them. I have zero investment in whether or not it is a good name. But they are considered one of the most elite groups. Very little is known about them, given that they never really get caught.
They never get caught.
That being said,
Look at us, we're an elite.
We're elite.
They are very good at running away.
that being said,
Do you know anything about that cyborg's parts? Because they were better.
Fang, let me talk. You are runners with some levels of morals, which is not always common. Some, emphasis on some. And there's a reason I would rather work with you than with a team like them. So do not consider our engagement to be finished. I will be contacting you again, I'm sure.
Well, we very much appreciate your consideration and we value this relationship.
It's mutually beneficial, I hope. And Fang, no, I don't know anything about their parts.
What'd you call him? The cyborg?
Scarlet
You
Fire?
no. You gave him a name.
Or did.
Yeah.
Or did.
Maybe.
Anyway, I'm
I'll
going
give
to
a
take
lot
my
of names
leave.
in my head, but none
Thank
of
you,
them are.
Miss J.
And
Proper.
payment will be on its way. Good luck with whatever comes your way next, even if it's not mine. And know that if you need it, even if not in an official capacity, you can always contact me.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Leave and saunter out of the room in her sassy
Don't
voice.
She was there in person?
Yeah.
I just assumed she was on the little screen. She's always on the screen.
No, she likes us enough to see us
Mainframe
in
was very
person.
starry-eyed
Uh,
during that entire thing.
On the way out,
in retrospect, yeah.
on the way out, I just want to say, any word on Pip?
I will be in touch.
Right, thank you.
I didn't hear the first part, but I'll be in touch.
She's pretty great. I am a fan of that lady.
She likes our morals. Morals are what
Moral
get
levels.
runners killed.
I like that she used the word levels, that there are multiple levels of morals present simultaneously from which we may choose.
I would agree with that.
You all
Some
choose.
of us care more about the letter of the law than human life. Or metahuman life. I'm looking at you.
I care about people. Name one person I've killed.
Several actually in the.
We
No.
don't tend to get to learn their names.
I have not killed anyone.
You stabbed a guy.
I stabbed
you're
a guy in the
talking
head.
about, through the eye.
Did he die?
Only because I knocked him out first.
Didn't kill him. I I'm a good guy. I have the highest morals.
Oh, I have your gun.
I'd like that back, please.
Okay, there you go. Do you have my steak knife still?
No, that's dead.
Okay,
That's in
I don't
someone's
want
neck.
You know
I
what?
think you're like winning my argument for me.
He's not dead. Just someone's neck.
You know what?
Fang struggles a little bit with the like trying to put it back in, like tries to put it the other way. It takes a little bit of time, but eventually if she finds the right button slot combination to be able to slide it right in.
One with etched with the word
Mainframe
gun.
watches this and slowly inches down the booth, away as far as possible from the gun that's not inserted
The
correctly.
left arm has the word gun, which means it goes in the left arm.
All right, chummers. Well, I've got to get some rest. I took some poison out there. So, same time, same place, whenever we get a call.
Are you going to the bridge?
That's the plan. Sleep it off.
So, some time passes, a couple of days, and you get a call from someone you haven't gotten one before.
Do they just like call all of us, or is it calling a specific one?
I
I don't think we have a business office yet.
you
So
don't
I don't.
have a website.
I don't think that.
I'm very curious
say,
how they reach out.
We'll say they get like you get like a little bleep being like "mfec?" ?
Yeah! We are known!
Mordecai,
Our
you're trying to use your
password
conflict again.
reply is fecum ! That's that's call sign.
Yes, perfect. So they send "mfec?" ? Fecum! ! And then the response after that you get is we have a job for you if you are interested, and then they give you coordinates to meet at
At a time?
and a time. Yes.
Two pieces of information we needed to know.
You know, I understand that it's shadow running and that there are rules and shadows, but you know, in dating, if someone gives you coordinates and they don't give you details, you run away so you don't get axe murdered.
Yeah, no one's gonna axe murder us. We're adequate.
Well, we're
Your
certainly not.
logic is flawless.
We're
Faye.
not elite.
It is
so.
flawless.
Again, they're not gonna axe murder us. We're not elite.
Anyone got any maps off? You
Yeah,
can
I
make
got
a-
max off. We're good. I popped that baby into my comm link.
Thane, you have edge.
Ooh!
More failing than it should have been. Well, so when you plug the address into your Mapsoft, it puts out a location that is kind of in the outskirts of the city in like a field sort of area, like a more agriculture, and it's literally just like a crossroad of two like relatively small streets.
Guys, I think we're meeting a scarecrow.
A scarecrow.
Is this the Devil's Crossroad?
I don't know.
It's like the crossroad of 13th and Elm. Like, you know.
Let's
Everybody bring their pitchforks.
What?
It's like a farm thing.
Big Papa, we're making jokes.
We're trying.
Go with
It's
it.
levity.
Go with it. Okay, who's gonna pick me up?
I come by with the van.
Good.
I get the troll.
I once did a run with a scarecrow. There was a cyborg and a lion man. And we had to go on a quest and fight someone. I forgot.
Oh, you've told the
my
story 10 times. None of us believe it.
And it's very suspicious that Mr.
And
Pickles
you
is
were
in it.
there, and you were there, and Sharky was there.
Captain Pickles.
Wait, did you guys have to retrieve some shoes?
Did you know? Have I told you this story
Yes.
before?
11 times. Tell it again.
Nope. So on the way there, in the van, nothing happens. So Cromwell telling stories. You pull up to the crossroad and you see just like an unmarked black SUV, just sort of sitting there. It's drizzling lightly. The windshield wipers are going. It definitely has this like, oh, this is not the warm, cozy things we were used to meeting in the Rapid Rabbit. This is
Axe murderer.
the middle of nowhere. And as you pull up and you know put the van in park, if you exit, 3 people will exit the van. There is a female elf, and then she's flanked by 2 other, one dwarf and then a human. They're kind
Are
of
those both
look like the suit goons.
Are the dwarf and the human both male?
The dwarf is female.
Do they have suits on and they
Yes.
both are clean and pressed?
Yes. Oh, they look
Nice.
good.
I'm in my raggedy crap clothes, and I just kind of squint at the dwarf.
Wait, before we go out, who's gonna go? 'Cause we
I'm
have
going.
three-
It's an elf. It's
3 against 3. Only 3 of us can go.
They know it. They know MFAC has 5 letters. It's fine.
Let's just all go.
Fine, we'll all go.
But let me do the talking, okay?
Unless I need to say something.
That's fine.
So like all the time is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Great. So as you approach, you're like on opposite sides of the street, and then like kind of come and like standing in the middle of the road. It's definitely got like a sort of clandestine feeling.
I walk towards them snapping. No, I know.
In fact,
Fuck 'em.
hello.
Hello.
My name is Miss O'Johnson, and we'd like to hire you for a run.
And who do you represent?
We're with Evo, the corporation. They believe you would be suitable for a mission that we have, if you're interested.
Certainly open to hearing more details. Evo is a company we hold in high esteem.
Glad we're not on your shit list.
They,
Which
know,
one is talking?
they know about the shit list.
Oh, the chick. Okay.
Professional.
I feel like, which one of you are talking? Like, wagging your finger at them.
I give her a greeting in Spirithriel. I'm never gonna pronounce that correctly.
She'll respond quite happily. Seems glad that you know the language. So if you're interested, the particular mission that we are looking for is that you will locate a particular facility that is operating what we believe to be illicit metahuman research. And we'd like to find out where the location of this facility is so that we can have some PR against the particular corporation that is conducting it.
What do you mean by illicit metahuman research?
I believe they would classify the people they're researching on as volunteers. She does the air quotes. Though the exact nature of the research we do not know. If you happened to find it, there might be a bonus in it for you.
And exactly what corporation would this be that is doing this illicit testing?
Shiowase.
I have no problem with that. I mean, I have a problem with them, but I have no problem taking
Good. Excellent. It sounds like we're all on the same sort of page for this.
Now, when you say you need to know the location, that's it? You just want a location? You don't want anything dealt with? Do you need information?
Well, the initial would be finding the location. You see, from what we know, they are utilizing multiple potential places and coalescing their volunteers somewhere. And we'd like to know where that is, because the locations that they're pulling from don't seem to be connected to the final facility. And we would like to know where that facility is located, so that we can release the information on its location, but the evidence needs to be concrete, which means just telling us that's where it is would not be sufficient. You would need to provide some sort of video documentation of the interior that the research is being conducted in.
You want files, photos.
If you can also provide us with data files and free any of said volunteers, we would be willing to provide some additional compensation for that.
Wait, we can free people?
Yes. The base expectation is just finding the location.
But I assume you don't want Knight Errant involved in this.
Oh no, we want other people to do that work, in the sense that we would like to release this location and have an angry mob of metahumans descend on them. This is all about our market share.
All right. Well,
They should not know that we're the people releasing it.
Naturally.
what information do you have so far on them?
All we know is that they are collecting volunteers from around the Seattle area and collecting them somewhere to conduct the research.
You mean they're kidnapping people?
I wouldn't say they would put it that way, but yes, seems most likely.
And we can look this up ourselves, I suppose, but if you happen to already know anything about any patterns of suspicious circumstances that tend to arise when these volunteers...
That is
volunteer-
unfortunately where our information stops.
Fair enough.
Are there any special rules you'd like us to follow? Like no smacking people around or anything like that?
Be as discreet as you're capable of. Possibly slightly discreeter than that.
Are they targeting all metahumans equally, or
We're uncertain about this. There may be more than one thing going on, but we're specifically interested in Shiowase's actions right now. Metahuman populations are unpredictable at times.
so they're just pulling different kinds of metahumans? There's
That
no...
would be probably the best place for you to start with your investigations.
I got this. I know what's next. How much do we get paid?
I was wondering if anyone was going to ask about that.
I know.
We have to get information before we know how much we're going to charge you.
Oh,
Astute. We are currently operating 5,000 new yen apiece for the initial operation. If you also happen to rescue a significant number of metahumans from the facility, that would be an additional 2,000. And the data itself would be an additional 3,000 compensation.
Is that a piece? Or is
A
that
piece.
total?
So maximum would be 10,000 for complete freeing of volunteers, acquiring of data, and providing evidence of the location of the research facility.
I would say for the release of their volunteers, we're going to need more than 2,000 apiece, given how we don't know how many we're going to find, and that could be a little tricky getting everyone out, especially if you are looking to rely on them to be some sort of uprising. It's kind of a sensitive piece of work.
Negotiation.
girl, roll it. Yeah.
Rolling.
7.
You raise an excellent point. Instead of offering a blanket amount, we will do an initial 2,000, and that would cover, say, the first 5 metahumans that you freed. For additional beyond that, it would be 500 per individual that is released.
Alright.
Is there a timeline for this? Is it just as soon as possible, or?
Consider it important, and as soon as you are able to complete it. We do value timeliness.
Duly noted.
All right.
Wait, how do we know this is Eva?
We don't.
We are the corp that cares.
Oh,
They haven't
see?
shot us yet, so that's a good.
Yeah,
we
we don't,
ruled
but-
out at least half of them.
There's always the chance that once we started investigating, something like that would come to light.
Do we have a contact information for who we send the video and proof to?
She'll provide you with her business address.
Is it Mr. Johnson at Evo?
No, it's O. Johnson.
Oh,
Johnson.
oh, Johnson.
Oh, Johnson.
O. Johnson.
So they want it physically delivered, not a wireless transmission.
That would be ideal. It is the most secure.
All right.
But we will arrange for the delivery of the information once it has been acquired.
I squint at the dwarf in her fancy clothes one last time.
Like, strokes her down.
Mordecai, I could press your clothing next time. I've got a steamer under my bridge.
This is all I have to wear. I'd have to be naked.
I have a bag.
I think we accept your
Excellent.
offer, and
It's the pleasure doing business
Yes.
with you.
Very nice to meet you.
And Miss O. Johnson gets back in her van and they drive away.
and they continue to argue about clothing in the rain.
Yeah. You're all.
Where else are you gonna argue about clothing?
Oh, to point out, like, one of the human was clearly holding a very large golf umbrella over the top of this object. Like, she's standing there.
That's nice.
We did not plan like that. We are all wet and soggy.
I actually have an umbrella that
Ooh.
I've been holding this entire time.
Well, I'm sorry.
On my character sheets, like a Vetriano painting.
Aren't you fancy?
I have a little plastic neckerchief I keep over my.
The old lady clear ones? Oh, yes. I assume that you have a trash bag on, Mordecai.
No, I'm not bothering. Sharky can change the weather, but I didn't bother. So
I've got a hood.
Bartetsu trains you in the fighting with the cane or the umbrella, just for the record.
Ooh, combat umbrella. All right. So you guys have a kind of a starting place. You know that they are collecting people around the city of metahuman kind and sending them somewhere, and you need to figure out where that somewhere is.
I would like to hit the matrix and look for any mentions of disappearances.
Why don't we talk out the whole plan ahead of time this time, instead of all of us running off and get the whole plan together?
Okay, so we've got looking for information on disappearances in the Matrix. Anything else that people would want to start with?
One of you with police stuff, missing persons reports?
I mean, that's not a bad place to start. Question is, if we don't want to get Knight Errant involved, going to them and starting to look that up.
Maybe some of you should talk to somebody should talk to their metahuman contacts and just see if you know about any metahumans disappearing
Let's
or
lay
being
out.
recruited.
Let's lay out his options on the table, and then we'll see how much luck Mainframe has with it, right? So we can contact those. What we've got, there's Merc. He knows people in the Orc Underground, I'm sure.
I have a beat cop I know. I can just run it by him. I don't know if he'll have anything particular, but it's worth a shot.
I could talk to my fence. He's pretty loyal.
Well, it always helps to start with the matrix stuff, and then we can choose wisely from those options.
Makes sense to me.
Matrix is free.
All right, so let's start with the Matrix. Go ahead and give me a computer plus logic for searching. We'll do it as an extended test, so give me 3 rolls.
Is 10 hits enough that we don't do extended, or do you want me to just
Do you
keep
have
rolling?
a limit on that?
Oh,
That would
I
be your
guess-
mental limit.
Mental limit is 8, so I got 8 hits on that run.
Yeah, give me one more.
I'm really glad those dice rolls are happening now.
Oh my god. Sorry. I have a lot of edge. I think all the corporations figured out that you're against them right now.
Did you guys just hear all that thunder in the sky? It's very ominous.
It looks like there's a hand of God up there.
I don't even have
My
any-
clothes just caught fire and it's raining. What is going on?
All of a
Okay, we
bad
need to
feeling.
visualize this. Can you use Meeple?
I don't know any fire magic.
Can you literally tell us?
Guys, I've been in the matrix for 15 minutes. What the hell is going on?
You didn't feel that sort of
The
like
weather.
Earthquake?
that willy feeling in your spine, like when you pee in the middle of the night?
This, all of this.
Oh, God. Gee, I got 14 hits. Is that enough?
Yes, that is enough. I know, so much fun, guys.
Meanwhile, Evo has our back, right?
Evo has our back.
Hashtag the corp that cares. So you do your sleuthing on the Matrix, and you manage to kind of compile together. There are quite a number of different news reports that they're all like tucked away on sort of small segments. Like no one ever really seems to care.
Like the Capitol Hill blog is like neighborhood stuff.
Yeah,
Where
and so you notice that there's been definitely an increase within like the last 2 weeks of missing persons, specifically of lower income, and all of like these are all metahuman. Like the number of metahuman disappearances is significantly higher. If you looked at it like proportionally, you would probably suspect that it's most likely elves, but not necessarily. But that seems to be the highest number of the missing persons reports. And you have a hard time telling if there's anything in common. Like they all seem to be different ages, different. That's really
Different
the fact that they're
neighborhoods.
elves, different neighborhoods. There's definitely like it's pretty disparate across the city, but the fact that they're elves is probably the biggest connection that they have.
and any type of location from which is it normally like they were last seen at a bar, or they were last seen?
None of it seems particularly consistent.
So can I drill down on one of those specifically? Like get I want to like get 1 or 2 articles.
Yeah.
And figure out what neighborhood they were last seen in, so I can maybe look around for some footage.
Okay,
of places
sure.
they would be.
Go ahead and give me another computer and logic on those. And then what were some of the... Are you going to relay that to people in terms of...
Yes,
Let's
so
wait
I
and find out how things go.
Great. So, fine. Before I do that, it's been accelerating these last couple weeks. They have a hard-on for elves. It seems to be most of their focus. It's taking advantage of poor metahumans, mostly low income, people who they think wouldn't be missed, which makes me pretty damn pissed. Yeah, but there's not a huge pattern as far as location. It seems like they're doing it pretty equal opportunity around the city. So I was thinking, while you guys are looking, I could just try to find some footage of one or two of these people. But other options. I pass on a list of
specific names.
I pass on a list of the names I do have, like email out the set of articles and links. I forget, and I also email it to Mordecai. So he also receives the email.
Why wouldn't you email it to Mordecai?
I did. That's the thing. I emailed it to Mordecai.
Oh, I can use
You
email.
like print it out and hand it to him.
I don't. My printer is out of toner. I think that's still a problem in the sixth world. There's always some toner problem.
Mordecai can't find it in all his spam anyway, so.
Great. So we've got leads, but no patterns.
All right. Well, while Mainframe does it, what's our best lead?
We know cops.
We know 2 cops.
We know 3 cops.
We know a lot of cops for Shadowrunners.
Because our moral fiber is so enriched.
You're whole grain runners.
We're whole grain runners.
Am I the only one that was bothered by her saying that?
No, I think it's great because it's true. You, look at you. You are the strongest wizard I know. And instead of murdering them with thunderbolts, you slapped them so hard that...
First question, am I the only wizard you know?
Does Cromwell count?
No.
No, he does
Then
not.
I know a wizard.
Everyone...
It was on that Shadowrun with the scarecrow.
Look.
I'm just saying, you could be a horrible murderer who banishes and uses fire spirits, and you're not. And that's why you're Big Papa.
You know what Sharky says about my morals?
That they're great.
To translate,
Yeah.
he finds them curious. They amuse him. He doesn't get what the point of them is.
Well, that's good. It means you're educating him too.
I'm not educating him. He's taught me everything I know about how to survive in this world.
Are you saying you feel bad about having a moral code?
I don't feel bad about it. It worries me, though. Morals are what get Shadowrunners like us killed.
Yeah, but if you don't have morals, then what do you want to stay alive for? I mean, the bear's got morals. Sure, he gets angry and he kills people sometimes. What makes him angry? But in the end of the day, he knows who to protect and who not.
You know who to protect and who not.
I'm just saying, it's just made things hard for me in the past, and seems to continue to make things hard for me. Everything is so much harder.
We're getting jobs because we are so enriched with
It's kind of
morals.
a branding thing now. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's.
We have
MFEC cares?
we
Yeah,
have some
it's-
level of morals. That's exactly what she said.
The extra M is it's Mainframe Mordecai, but it's also morals.
Yeah.
So,
F is the
expanding
fiber.
speaking of morals all over the place, I think it might be a good idea for me to go talk to my fence contact.
I think that's great, since none of you seem to be taking me seriously.
I'm taking you seriously. Try to listen. I've been asking you questions.
Alright, guys,
Well-
I'm gonna go do
Wait,
that.
wait. One question. You're the only one who knows that Cop What is currently active, right? Your friend
He's active. He just doesn't want to talk to me right now.
for Lone Star.
I know an
Yeah.
active cop.
I know an active cop.
I mean, I don't know that
Why
he
do you
goes
guys
on
know so many guys?
I don't know that he goes on a treadmill every day.
I could
but-
just go talk to my elf fix-a friend.
Okay, so just to put in perspective, we got an elf fixer, merc, a fence, and a cop.
Let's just quickly see what each of them has to tell us.
We don't have that much time. Time is of the essence.
Why don't we
I'm-
just send Mainframe to talk to her elf fixer?
Done. Elves and elves. I will be team leader then.
Okay, so any of you who want to try and get information from your contacts can go ahead and roll their connection plus loyalty, and that would be how many hits you would get. So Mainframe, we're gonna go talk to your elf friend.
Yes, his name is Elrondel.
Elrondel.
Yeah.
Elrondel, elf friend. Can you tell me about him? Because if not, he's gonna start talking like this, girl.
Yeah, that's exactly him.
All right.
I got 3 hits.
For Elrondel.
Elrondel. So,
Oh, hi there, Mainframe. How are you
Hey
doing?
girl, how you doing?
I'm good.
You look, I like this filigree thing going on.
I know, isn't it good? Isn't
that
it good?
permanent?
It's one of those transforming ones. It'll do.
Show me.
And then it like curls into a dragon.
Oh my god.
I know. I had it. put
Business
in
is
last
good,
week.
eh?
So good. What'd you want to know?
Look, we're on the beat for these. Hearing that
Get
there's,
yourself a job without me.
you haven't been calling.
That's fair. I was getting stuff done.
I'm building my resume. I'm going to be very employable.
Oh,
for you.
good. Just what I need. So, sorry, continue.
Yeah, is this a corp run? This is like what?
Oh, you be careful with that, girl.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not. It's fine.
Yeah, no. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. They are curious about metahuman disappearances,
Whew, boy, well.
specifically elves, which has got my blood boiling a little bit.
Yeah.
I looked it up, and there have been a lot of folks disappearing.
I
Lots
was
of
hearing
rogue
about
elves.
that.
Do you happen to know where somebody might have disappeared from? I'm just trying to figure out how we can intersect with these people.
So, my sister's friend's brother's cousin was telling me about their nephew. And you see, their nephew was going in to get some work done at some clinic somewhere, and then they didn't hear from him again. Like 2 weeks later, he's still...
Clinic?
Yeah, a clinic. I think he was getting some part replaced or something. You know, one of those Augie places. So, but that was one of those stories, right? They reported on it.
What was the name of the clinic?
There's a list. This one was, I think, gosh, I'm not entirely sure. I think it might have been Fast and Fix.
Fast and Fix. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that name. That says quality.
That's what I told him. That's what I told my sister's brother's cousin's uncle's nephew. That they should probably not go to a place. They should go to somewhere with a higher reputation, and that I would happily set that up for them.
What do you do at the holidays with all these relatives? I don't understand.
Good God, you don't want to know.
Well, anyway,
Thanksgiving is a nightmare.
it's good to see you.
Especially because one of them will only have soy, and then, dear, my aunt, she will not have anything that is not real meat.
You don't say.
It is expensive.
You should just come to my place. We'll just have soy corn and watch.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Call me around Thanksgiving.
Sounds good.
Good luck with your corp run.
I say, may luck be with you in ethereal ends.
May luck be with you.
Yeah, she's not
May
super
the force be ever in your favor.
Essentially, she's not 100% with the ethereal, but she tries.
Okay.
May the odds be with you. That's a pretty good one. All right. So you got a little bit of information. How did your contacts rolls go? We've got one. Anyone else went to go talk to people and wanted to give me a connections?
I got 3, but now we know to Fast and Fix. I'll probably just follow up on that.
Okay. So none of you got anything particularly different. You know that. Who were you talking to?
Merc the Merc.
Merc has also probably like heard a story about one of them, and it was some sort of like other, like the last place they were known. They were supposed to meet the day after they were going in to see their doctor.
So it's looking like this either Fast and Fix or maybe multiple doctors is the way they're taking them.
Makes a lot of sense. You've got a built-in knockout suites. Pretty smart now that I think about it. Hey, Fang, you want to go have a consultation?
With Fast and Fix?
Fast and Fix, I hear they're great.
Are we doing a
Very-
Daphne?
What?
A Daphne. right?
I don't hate Daphne's.
It's a Daphne run, right? You get someone, usually a lady, to pretend like they're helpless, and they goes in, and then you follows them, and usually the plan don't work out, but you at least find out where it is, and you get in there.
Actually,
Well,
I think I do Daphne runs all the time.
I'm pretty sure my first run with you guys was a Daphne run.
Yeah, I just realized I am Daphne. Never mind.
Okay.
but wait, they're only interested in elves.
Well, we don't have elves that are also
They're not-
augmen.
They're not only interested in elves. They're
I
mostly
can
interested.
disguise myself as an elf.
Can't.
Wait,
I know
Pretty
it's like
sure
not
doctors,
politically
correct to do, but I can do it.
I'm pretty sure doctors can tell the difference.
Can we?
I just want to point out, I think we do have an elf that's augmented. You may not remember this, but a couple of weeks ago we found out that Mainframe's an elf. What? And she's got a hole in her head. That's pretty augmented.
I was there.
We were all there for that.
I wasn't there, but
Okay, Mordecai. Sorry. You're so.
I'm just.
Mainframe, you have more edge.
Oh, thank you.
So if we're gonna Daphne.
Mordecai, you also have edge.
Thank you.
So you're saying.
Thank you.
Someone cares,
Evo
but not as much as they
as
care
much as-
about
I mean, you guys can't even see. Like, this is.
Oh my
So
god.
we better just hurry up and get into some combat so she can kill us.
Okay.
So
So you're the Daphne.
Let's Daphne you up in here. It's fun.
you know what? You know what? Yes. Fuck yes, because this is pissing me off. Ever since Evo approached me about this situation, I just, you know what? I know what it's like to be experimented on without your consent. And if there's something I can do to stop this, I am going to do it. Even if it means... Daphne wore purple, didn't she?
Yes.
Excellent.
Question: is there some way we can hook you up with a blinky blink so we can follow you if you get lost?
Well, it depends. What is your objective in this part? Like, are you just gonna kind of go in and try and get some information out of the
Yeah, I
clinic?
think that there would be a first round where I figure out, we go in for a consultation because I don't feel like they
They
just
don't go straight into
they don't just go
kidnapping.
straight into kidnapping. I figured they'd have to see.
They just take a large sack and put it over your
They
head.
probably have to see like, oh, there's an elf on the schedule. Let's get the crew in and kidnap them or whatever it is that they're doing. So, we would go in and talk about plans, and then I would go in for stuff, and then you guys would follow what happens.
Do you have a?
I mean, it might be worth at this point, just gonna give you a suggestion, getting a little more information
Yeah.
on how the entire
That's fine.
kidnapping process
Yeah,
is
that's what I
supposed
said.
to
There's
work.
two phases. There's getting information, and then there's deciding what to do. So that's what I'm saying. I would like someone to come with me for a consultation.
I would like to come with you because I feel like that's a good choice.
We should probably get you one of them really crappy sins. I mean, even if they knows it's fake, they'll assume you're poor, right?
Yeah, I guess mine are pretty good.
Yeah, if you got one that says you have no money
And no friends.
and no friends.
A friends counts on sins now? Is that a thing that they're doing?
Yeah, they
Your
hook it up.
sins directly linked to
we
your
need to
Facebook
get you
page.
one like
Oh my
quarter
God.
coins.
She can just be sinless. She doesn't need to have a sin in order to be destitute. Believe me, I know.
Right, so we're going to Fast and Fix. And it's me and,
Run out of cubes.
Good. Run
Great.
out of cubes.
I have a feeling that it will be difficult to hack there with all the things.
Okay.
Oh, probably not. It'll be super easy.
What's the plan?
I dress up like the supportive, quirky best friend, like you would find in a rom-com.
Can you describe that for me?
Yeah. I have a cute little, very symmetrical brunette wig, and I have a blouse on that says "No one will ever pay me attention," and I just like blend. It's about blending in, just blending in.
Meanwhile, on my comm link, I pull up a picture of Daphne, and I dig through her bag, and I find like a purple dress.
Oh, you dig through my bag.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's that you left it open.
Well, you could ask.
I'm sorry. May I have the dress?
Absolutely,
Thank
I will.
you.
Just ask me.
Okay. I don't know how lady things work.
Like borrowing other things works.
No, that's not how it works.
Mainframe 3, I would appreciate it if you would be careful in there. Would you like some assistance before you go in?
Consent.
Alright, I'm going to increase both her charisma and her intuition. What are your current stats?
3 for charisma and 5 for intuition.
Okay, so one of them needs to be force 5.
Fang and I will wait in the van.
Team Fight Club!
Right.
That was not at all what I wanted.
Okay.
So your
Okay.
intuition goes up by 4.
There we go.
Survive.
Team Fight Club.
It's very energetic.
Wait in the van and try not to damage it.
Try not to
Try
fight
not
club.
to fight club.
Thank you very much, Mordecai.
Do
I
I look
always feel
forgettable?
more comfortable when you're behind me.
I grumble. I have to concentrate on sustaining these spells, so.
Does my increased
I'm gonna go-
intuition give me any better sense of what he's grumbling?
Unless you want to judge grumbling intentions.
What is that? Is judge intentions?
I think it's intuition and logic.
Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I want to.
Isn't that one of a free one? It's in the attribute only test section.
Yeah, it's an attribute only. So it's 2 attributes together.
I roll 5.
I don't know, but I ship them.
Who?
Mordecai and Mainframe.
Get out!
No, actually I don't. That's fine.
Mordecai and shopkeep girl forever.
Claudia has a hard time with names.
Talia. Her name is Talia.
Wait, Talia?
Talia the
Wow.
Talismonger.
Wild
Anyway,
beasts.
I'm feeling very sparkly. I borrowed some things and so, and I look a little bit like Daphne from that show that I reconstructed, and we're gonna go and get a consultation.
While you're distracting Mordecai, I just quickly replace the cloak off his back with a nicer cloak.
Wow.
It's fine. There we go. Let's go.
And
Rolling perception.
Did you like schedule an appointment?
Yeah.
Okay, or are you just gonna try and walk in and be like, hey, I want to see someone?
Both work.
Well, I don't know. I think somebody who's like just eking by might not call. They might just come in as soon as they get money. But it's fine. We called to get an appointment. It's and I turned to, it's probably not my best judgment, but I turned to these two and I turned to Cromwell. I'm like, if you are careful and you go to a large parking lot where there are not other cars, you can practice parking the van.
All right.
Remember the word careful, please.
Dude, that is my second middle name. Fang Distraction Careful. You can tell Fang is lying.
I can't wait to hear what a third middle name
No
is.
judge intentions needed for that.
No, Fang's like, my second middle name.
Cromwell's actually fairly proficient in groundcraft, so.
So Cromwell's teaching Claudia how to park.
Fang.
Fang how to park.
Fang.
Claudia knows how to park.
Claudia knows how to park when the lines are like this and there's adequate space and there's no one next to her. Not parallel parking though.
So, you have scheduled your appointment under Daphne, and so you come to the Fast and Fix clinic. It's fairly shabby and run down, like clearly sort of slapped together. You look around and you're like, yeah, this is not a place I would like to get any body part of mine removed and replaced. But there's a couple of people in the waiting room that seem sort of quiet and withdrawn. There's a window and like a gentleman tipping away, swiping stuff in the air. You know, that's what you do. It's like an old rundown computer. It doesn't look particularly good. Nothing about it strikes you.
It's just that this computer's just there,
I mean, yeah, there's an interface.
and there's no
There's a person at it.
person. Because I'm
Hi.
just zoned in on the computer.
Can I help you?
Is it a man or a woman?
Man.
Oh, hi. We've got an appointment under 3 p.m. My name is Daphne. I'm here for some dermal plating consultation. How are you doing?
Okay, you're checked in. Fine. Thank you. Go ahead and take a seat. Doctor will see you pretty soon.
Do you have any openings this week?
Yes.
Which doctor is it with? Because I heard there's a doctor who's really good here, and I heard there's one that you shouldn't see.
So while she's asking that, I drop into AR and try to see if there's a host for this establishment while he's distracted.
Which doctor would you recommend?
Well, it's not really my job to recommend that they're all doctors here. I'm not.
You know it, right? Like, you know it,
Oh,
right?
but I'm not supposed. There's a host.
I'm just gonna mark it.
Yeah,
just gonna go ahead and mark it.
It's kind of what I thought was gonna happen here.
8 hits.
Can we get her to use all her little squares now so that when I eventually come in, there's no more little cubes?
I have a lot of little cubes though.
But you could use all of them right now.
So I see this host for this establishment, and it is inexplicably themed like a gas station. There must have been like a fast and fix gas station at this location at some point, and now it's
Like a car. It's like an automotive repair.
yeah. So it's all neon, but not dirty like it should be if it's a really good automotive repair place.
Okay, you got a mark on the host.
Great. I would like to enter the host.
Go for it. Well, like it's really not my place. Like any of them are who. I've got Dr. Conan and Dr. Taylor and Dr. Spellin. They're all available. Does it matter when works for you? Look, just when you want an
I want to
appointment.
go to the right one.
Okay, so here's.
It goes on like that.
Matrix perception of 4.
Okay, what in particular are you looking for in the host?
I have the name or names of the people who previously disappeared, and I would like to find that file.
Sisters, cousins, girlfriends,
Sisters, cousins.
nephew. So with your matrix perception, you're able to find a set of encrypted. Like you kind of go through the gas station and you like pick up the pumps and put it down, and then, like one of them, you're like, oh, here it is. This is like patient files,
Great.
patient records. They are encrypted.
I will crack that file.
You guys, I think I should practice parking the van.
Fine.
Oh, she didn't explicitly. Well,
8.
I suppose she wouldn't mind.
Just gonna use one of these pieces of edge.
Maybe.
Yes.
I almost get
A few
I
rolls.
almost get the file. It's decrypted, and then it like a puzzle box. It snaps back shut again.
Yeah, that's what I needed. Those are the hits I needed. Thank you. Let me double check what happens here.
No, that's a thermal
8. You
dampener.
got more than 8.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first time in a van, okay?
Adjust the
Yeah,
seat
but
first.
take your foot off the pedal, Mordecai.
Adjust the seat so you can see.
Well, no. My legs are too short. I have to keep the seat down.
You don't manage to crack the file, and you do need to resist 1 matrix damage. It snaps back, and your fingers get jammed back inside it
And the
while you're
resist
in the
is
matrix.
the resist is
It's
the same as logic. or-
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's-
device reading and firewall.
Great.
Let me be your pedals for you.
I can do this myself, okay? I know what I'm doing. I mean, it's just driving a van.
Parking a van. We're not allowed to drive it.
You have to drive it to park it.
Oh my god, just schedule an appointment. Just pick a time. I've got 7 p.m., 3 p.m. I have times. I have so many times. Just pick a time.
I think you should let me look at the schedule.
Will that make you pick it faster?
Probably. I'm really particular about 15-minute increments.
Give me a performance.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna crack the
I
file
just figured
again.
out
Okay.
how to burn up Lauren's edge.
6.
And I'm going to use one of these edges because this puzzle box file. It's just.
It sounds like it's
what
probably-
this is not a good establishment. They do not deserve to have encryption this good. I got 5 hits.
You just managed to get the encryption off the files. So if you would like to look through them, give me a logic and computer and logic, and you can add your clue dice. Oh my god! Here! Just look at the screen. Pick a time. Point to whatever time you want.
Okay. What does that mean when there's like it's a smaller block than the other blocks?
Means that it's lunch. It's in the middle of the day. That's the lunch schedule.
Okay.
I tried. I'd like to get a visual copy of the schedule.
Take a picture. Yeah, you can do that.
I'll do that.
I assume. Do you have like some sort of image link or something?
I think so. Let's say I do.
Hold on.
I don't remember where.
Your comm link, Kim.
Yeah, it's just in my comm link.
You have some sort of AR thing that'll allow you to see and take pictures. Perfect. So you take a little picture.
Yep.
Great.
So I'm looking through this file, and I need to use an edge to go into like a trance-like state because it's there's some gross pictures in there, a little distracting.
Oh yeah,
So
no, there's like surgical.
I only got 2
pictures
hits
and
at
records.
first, so I need like the extra focus so that I don't botch this.
Can you save those pictures so that I can look at them and learn how to do surgery on myself? Because surgery's expensive. I know.
Like,
I got knife skills. Spleen operation.
So I'm sorting through the files, and I get five hits. So I feel like I'm finding a couple of patterns.
So you've definitely found, this one only had one of the names of the people, so it was only the specific one that you were given. None of the other names that you found in, only one other name that you found in the newspaper articles came up. So it looks like there were only 2 so far from this location that matched with the missing persons reports. You see on both of them, there's just like a little like tag at the bottom that says volunteer. Just like research volunteer. They're both elves. Both of them came in for augmentation consultations and then were scheduled for a second appointment. That was, and the schedule on the second appointment was like labeled as procedure. And then they don't have any other additional appointments after that. Neither of them, interestingly enough, have any sort of emergency contacts listed, nor any identification associated with them.
Was the procedure different for both of them?
It wasn't specific. It just said like procedure, research procedure.
Research. That's interesting. All right. Well, is it time for my appointment yet?
You hear as you're in the waiting room, the person's just staring at you. Someone else comes out and says, Daphne? Daphne,
I'm sorry, I drop back out of AR.
no
Daphne.
last name. Hi, I'm your physician's assistant. I'll just take you back. We're gonna get some vitals and do a little medical
All right.
history.
Should my cousin? Should I bring her in, or is this
Oh, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with it, this is just a consult, so you're welcome to have someone else in there.
All right.
I say to the receptionist, I'll be back to book my schedule. And I leave.
Lights up a cigarette in the middle of the clinic. All right, so you get taken back, and they kind of do the standard vitals and blood pressure and pulse and all of that stuff, and then they sit down and start asking you some medical history medical history questions about your past. So can you tell me? I see here you're an elf. Interesting. Wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, it's I was injured in a car crash.
Oh, that
And, one just got, and it was weird to have them unbalanced. So a doctor took pity on me and just kind of, evened things out.
makes sense. So do you have a history of surgical history, augmentations?
Yes, I have a data jack. Yeah.
I'm gonna start entering that. And do you have an emergency contact or anyone Just the one.
Just
Your
my cousin.
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 Okay. And you're in for dermal plating augmentation.
Yes.
Okay. Have you considered any additional augmentations that you might be looking for in the future?
Are you running any specials?
Well, it's just we have a research study that we're currently partnering with, and I was just wanted to see if you might be interested in it. It's for some potentially experimental augmentations, but pre and post-operative care would be taken care of, as well as the augmentation. So it's really, if it's something that you're interested in, it's a great deal for our patients.
Well,
You don't have to say yes. If you are interested, I'll just let the doctor know, and they'll talk to you a little bit more about it when you come in, or when they come in.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to hear what he has to say. I am curious.
And were there any particular? They're kind of testing a variety of different things. Was there anything in particular you might be interested in getting, besides the dermal plating?
I don't know. There's like muscle things you can get, right?
Oh yeah, no, those ones are great. Those ones are great. And she like flexes her arms, just
Oh my
super jacked.
Wow. Did you do that here?
Well, you know. Can I help you? No, you're good? Okay.
Good.
Okay. Well, Dr. Taylor will be in a minute, and thanks. We'll see you soon. And he like locks the computer. There is very clearly just a computer sitting in that room.
So yeah, I could have just just clip onto it and look at my stuff.
Yeah, no, that's
but
fine. You did your
Did
thing.
my stuff. Duly noted.
Have you been to a doctor's office before?
Their computers are always malfunctioning.
That's fair. It's all electronic medical these days.
Should I stay in the room or should I go bother the receptionist more?
Which is more fun for you?
Well, I just wonder, like, if you're gonna get all the information you need about that program with me in the room.
It's a good question. I might look more vulnerable if I don't have someone here, but I think that this is going well because I found a research note and volunteers on a couple of the files for the research program. She's being very.
I'll go to the waiting room then, and see if I can get some. Maybe they have an informational pamphlet or something.
Great.
Holler if you need help.
So as you leave the room, another patient walks past you. This time they're not going into one of the rooms. They seem to keep going around the hallway and around the corner. Did you do any like information gathering on that schedule by any chance?
I tried really hard.
Okay. What was your role? Probably a
Perception?
yeah, perception.
Ooh, 4.
There was just a visit labeled procedure at about this time.
Great. I would like to, confusedly, like, oh, I don't know where I am. I'll follow that person very stealthily. But yeah, playing it off as like, I came in that door. You know how it is in doctor's offices.
Yeah,
you come out the little
everything
room and
looks
you're
the
like,
same. I'm confident like you actually have stepped through a portal into an alternate reality as you come in and out of the consult room.
yeah, because they like move carts and things while you're in there just to confuse you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, so we'll come back to you in a moment. So Dr. Taylor comes in and he's, a small, human man. Very descript. Oh, hi, Daphne, yes?
Yes.
All right, excellent. You're here for a dermal plating consultation, but my PA said you might be interested in that research trial that we are currently partnered with here.
She seemed to make it sound like there was some opportunities for some augmentations I honestly just can't afford on my own.
Well, that is, it's one of those things. So corporations they need people to try things out on. They are experimental. There can be some risk associated with them, but kind of the flip side of that is that they do cover all of those costs. So like if there are
start recording, so I have this entire conversation.
if there are long-term effects that might happen, they'll take care of those things. If it's linked to whatever augmentations they provided as you being part of the research study, it's a very equitable situation for everyone involved.
What makes me a good candidate?
Well, they're specifically interested in looking at elves, and they're really been testing out specific augmentations for the elf metahuman population. You know that metahuman augmentations are often incompatible, they don't work well. I'm sure you've got a data jack, you've had some experience with that. So they're really pushing forward, trying to increase the potential benefit to the metahuman populations. They think that it's a really untapped market to have effective products for them on the market.
Would you let your mom do this?
Oh, well, my mom's not an elf, so.
Well, what are you mentioned there was some side effects?
Well, this is the part of it. We are not the ones that are administering it here, so you would go to a partner organization, and they would consult with you to figure out what would be the best prototype for your system to work with what you're most interested in.
So there's a second appointment involved.
Oh, well, you'll have a second appointment here where we'll do an initial kind of physical consultation. They'll come in, and then you'll head over to their facility, and they'll do some additional work with you there.
When could somebody have this consultation?
Well, if you are genuinely interested in it, then we can set it up pretty quickly. Within 24 to 48 hours, you could come back in for a return visit.
There's no time like the present. Let's do that.
Oh, excellent. So I'll have you set up. Just let them know on the way out. I'll have the PA come back in and schedule your appointment. Did you still want to talk about the dermal plating, or you kind of want to see how this goes?
Should probably see how it goes. You know how these things are. You pile too many things on, you turn into a robot.
We don't want that essence to be gone altogether. We got to keep you as metahuman as we can. Well, it's been a pleasure. It was lovely to meet you, Daphne, and I'll let them know to schedule your visit on the way out. All right, so the doctor's gonna leave the room, and let's show you where you are.
Oh no. Not the map.
We only get to see part of it.
Okay.
Fang, I'm hungry. You think there's a cafeteria in that spooky old clinic?
No, we have to stay in the parking lot. We've been given very specific instructions. This is my first time in charge.
Mordecai, look out for that hydrant!
I'm doing fine. I think I'm getting pretty good at parking.
Why is there a hydrant in the middle of a parking lot? Who
It's
does
not
that?
in the middle of the parking lot anymore. So
I don't think
I'm parking here!
we're not in the parking lot anymore!
Could you see who that was? My seat is too low.
It's an angry-looking orc.
Don't make them
Wait a
angry.
minute. Are you guys intentionally team distraction right now?
No.
Or is it just like a byproduct?
I am learning to park. I believe I should gain the pilot groundcraft skill. No?
It takes a little bit more.
good try.
I
But no.
I subtly put it on autopilot mode.
Smart.
Just let Mordecai think he's controlling.
Smart. Okay, so here was the waiting room that you guys came in. This was the consult room that Mainframe is in. Elsie's kind of here, and the other people were walking past you over here. This was the entrance, elevators up, stairs up. You're on like the 3rd floor. There was, as far as you can tell, there were no windows in the consult room. It's kind of normal. I mean, it's a little awkward to have a window when you might get naked in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
How many doctor's offices have you been into?
I don't know. Probably all of them had windows. I wouldn't notice.
Same blinds.
Yeah.
Um,
Bathrooms were here.
great. Which one's the
You
women's?
always point out the bathrooms.
Well,
We like them.
I use. So here's the
women's
thing
bathroom
that
quite a
often
bit.
bothers me about shows is like, when do they go to the bathroom? They never go to the bathroom. There has to be a bathroom.
Do you need to write it down? Where the bathroom
Fine.
is?
I have a pen.
Are you sure?
Would you like me to note?
I would just like to throw something at you.
No.
This is an excuse.
You can throw me
Easy
your point of
tiger.
edge.
No.
Easy tiger.
Wow.
Another institution, what has gender-specific bathroom?
No, they're
Okay.
single occupancy bathrooms.
Oh, nice.
So they're all wheelchair and metahuman accessible.
And
How progressive.
For an evil clinic.
it's not evil. I probably got fixed up at a fast and
To be fair, it sounds like they may be outsourcing the evil.
yeah, outsourced evil.
So
They may not even know.
they're financially responsible.
Fiscally responsible.
They're adjacent to evil.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, how you doing over there, Elsie? Do you, I'm on my way to the front desk. Do you need anything?
I'm just gonna go take a look-see at a procedure.
Oh,
That'll be fine.
take pictures.
Yeah.
Fang likes them.
So they're gonna keep kind of walking around the corner. Are you gonna just like stay close to them, or you want to do like a little look around the corner?
Yeah. Yeah, I keep back. I don't get any closer than like 10 feet from them.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your sneaking. Mainframe, you're like, hi. And-
Hi.
you look like you're being sneaky.
I walk past and I stop and I wink at her, and then I kick my leg back up and head to the front.
Okay. I got 3.
Okay.
Daphne's carefree.
I try to like blend in clumsily, like.
So you see, kind of as you peer around the corner, the two individuals, the elf-looking patient, and the, we'll say it's a orc with them. Why not? The orc who is like dressed in scrubs, like swipes a badge, like on one of those little.
A burp-a-doop?
Sure.
The elastic, the
Yeah.
elastic cord.
Yeah, the badge reel. Knowing what this gesture is. Burp-a-derp. The burp-a-derp.
Badges.
Mainframe, you have another edge.
Oh, thank you. I kick
And-
my leg up again.
And
I feel good. I feel good. This is this little dress is cuter than she thought it would be. Like she's having a little too much fun role playing.
I'm gonna point out Mordecai was driving with a -4 penalty.
-2.
-2. Oh, because one of your sustains is separate. Okay. Still, like that makes it harder for you, right?
I was waiting to see if you were going to make me roll for anything.
It depends on how much you're using the car. We'll see what happens.
It's on autopilot now.
That doesn't.
That
doesn't help.
That doesn't
matter.
necessarily
It doesn't
make a
necessarily
difference.
help. So it's no longer being driven manually.
I've been parking. I'm doing a great job.
Perfect. I'm gonna have you give me a pilot groundcraft.
Highlight groundcraft.
That's -2 dice for me, so I don't know. That's nothing.
Is that immediately glitching?
I think so. I think we already clarified. He drives it into a fire hydrant.
No! No!
What,
Well,
what
it
was
is
that
armored. It's lightly armored. It should
Bump
be fine.
or like shh.
I assume it was like a.
It's like it's falling all the way over. All right.
Did
so
you guys hear something?
No, keep going.
Okay.
Elsie
Parking.
sees.
Great at this.
Back to the focusing on the map part. You see them go, and then the doors kind of open, and then they close behind them. They seem to be automatic doors. They're like those wide double hospital doors.
Okay.
And then they're gone.
I say over my comm. Mainframe, I've got a secured door here.
Oh.
It's too bad you're not next to, like, say, a bathroom that you.
Yeah, sure. I full of inspiration today. I just stuck into the bathroom.
Would that happen to be?
Actually, you know what? I just go back into that room, right? Because it had a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go back in the exam room. That's fine. And I just plug onto the computer. Check in.
Okay.
Yeah. And
You're in the house.
The host. Great. I would like to disable the door she's asking about.
Okay. So you look around. You see this electronic door. Elsie's like, but like super casually.
And the theming ends abruptly at the door that she's trying to go through. So it just like looks like a really boring office door
Yeah.
in the middle of like a highly themed
gas station.
gas
No,
station.
it was very clearly set up by multiple different people. This host is not well decorated.
Oh.
Alright, so you are putting control device?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
you
that
get one
one,
more mark
I
on
should
it.
count my dice first. So intuition, which you've made it, like all of it, so that's 9 plus 5, which is 14.
And you do brute force, right, to get another mark on it?
Yeah. Oh, so I need to mark it first.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, brute force.
You guys, I think I figured out how to switch this into manual transmission.
No! Oh!
I am going to
don't-
roll that.
Know if that's a good
It's an
idea.
edge.
I just heard thunder again.
That was the fine.
Oh, never mind. It was just my stomach.
Rumble, rumble.
Yeah, you mark it. Ah!
Maybe we'll go
So I
up to
placed my little pie symbol with the 3. We haven't talked about my mark in a while, but it's still referencing the net from the 90s. I put my little pie symbol on there. Now there's 2 of them. Great. I would like to control the device with 14 dice, which is super great. I'm having fun. I'm feeling pretty sparkly. You know,
Okay, it's better. It's better.
I got 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Thank
She
you.
can use some edge.
maybe after this we can go to a bacon
Elsie
bagel.
has edge.
Thank you.
It's probably a handy time for Elsie to have some edge, as she is clandestinely sneaking around a medical clinic.
I understand what my role is in this, which is to burn through all of Lauren's edge as I am able to this game.
Or just not die. That's a job you could do.
That is a job I can
8 hits.
Fine. Yes, you open the door.
Can I access the camera from where I am in the? Yeah. Do I get to see?
Yeah, oh yeah, you saw all that.
That's
I'm wearing
awesome.
this, I have like my little 1970s faux like collar tie blouse on, and with a little cardigan and then a little pleat skirt. So as I run, it kind of flounces.
So, we shall, on that note, take a short break as Elsie is sneaking around a hallway, and the van may or may not have crashed into something else.
Mordecai, no!
What?
Get him out of the seat!
I can press the.
I'm good at this.
Turn off the comm link before
Hang
Mainframe
on.
is.
I've got
Going
my endoscope. I can use
No,
it to
no, no!
see.
You don't
over
use
the-
endoscopes to drive cars.
I know what
How
I'm
do you
doing.
turn off the car?
We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and I'm the GM of Shadowrun Corporate Sins on Hyper RPG. You can check us out every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. on twitch.tv/hyperrpg or later on YouTube. This video series has been showing you how to play Shadowrun, if you're interested in running your own campaign or just understanding a little bit more about what our players are doing at the table. Today we're going to be talking you through the Awakened world and magic in the Shadowrun universe. The first thing to know is that the astral plane is all around us. It's basically an overlay on top of the world. And awakened characters, mages, adept, and other magical people in our universe can see that world. It allows them to see what living things are around us, as well as manipulate that energy in order to cast powerful spells and summon spirits to do their bidding. There are many different kinds of spells in the Shadowrun universe, and they break down into 4 major categories. Combat, which is things that you would do to hurt NPCs or other characters. Illusion spells, where you're manipulating what devices and people can see, hear, or feel. Manipulation spells, where you're affecting the thoughts and actions of other characters. And health spells, which are adding attribute bonuses or healing characters that have been hurt in combat. The type of spell both determines what it's going to do to another character, as well as what happens when a character is hit by that spell. Do they get to defend? Do they take damage? How does it affect them? When a character is casting a spell, they use their magic attribute and their spell casting skill. combine those together to create their dice pool. They also then pick the force of a spell, which is how powerful the spell is and how much of an effect it will have, as well as how draining it is for the character to cast it. They also have to be careful. Some spells act immediately and have an effect that is short and instant. Other spells, in order to continue working, need to be sustained. Sustaining a spell is hard on a caster. It confers a -2 penalty for any actions that they're taking other than sustaining that spell. The second thing that most Awakened characters can do is summon. This means bringing forth powerful spirits from the astral world in order to do their bidding, to act on their behalf. If a character wants to summon a spirit, first they pick the type of spirit that they're summoning. It might be a beast spirit, a spirit of man, a water spirit, fire, air, or earth. They then determine how strong they want that spirit to be, which is the force of the spirit. Summoning a spirit is always an opposed test. The character rolls their summoning skill plus their magic attribute to create their dice pool, and then the spirit rolls double their force as the opposed test. Every net hit that the caster gets above what the spirit rolled becomes the number of services that the spirit has to perform for the caster before they disappear back into the astral world. In either case, casting spells and summoning spirits is hard on our caster. They can't keep doing it indefinitely. Every time they cast a spell or summon a spirit, they have to resist drain, which is determined by the force of the spirit or of the spell, which is, again, how strong that spell or spirit is going to be. Depending on the spell or the spirit determines how much drain they actually have to resist, as well as the type of magic user that our caster is. For example, Mordecai happens to be a shaman. That means when he's resisting drain, he rolls his charisma plus his willpower and takes away all of those net hits from the drain, and that determines how much stun damage he takes as exhaustion from casting his spells. Let's look at a closer example of how this might work in a combat scenario. Mordecai somehow found himself on his own with a couple of grunts. They all rolled their initiative. Mordecai gets to go first with 26, then the first lieutenant gets to go second with 17, and the grunt, they're stuck last with 13. Mordecai, seeing himself surrounded, is going to cast a Powerbolt spell. The Powerbolt spell is a combat spell that, unfortunately for our lieutenant, he does not get to dodge the attack. It hits him either way. All he gets to do is resist how much damage he takes from the spell. Mordecai is going to roll his 14 dice to determine how effective the spell is, after he's picked it as having a force of 5. He gets 4 net hits, which he adds onto the damage value, which in this case is determined by the force of the spell. So it's a total of 9 physical damage on the lieutenant. Because of the type of spell, the lieutenant only gets to resist with his willpower, and he only rolls 6 dice for that. He gets 3 hits, which he subtracts from the total of 9 damage, meaning that he takes 6 physical damage. He's not quite down for the count, but he's definitely wounded. The last thing Mordecai then has to do is resist his drain. For this, he rolls 16 dice. It's his charisma plus his willpower. He gets 8 net hits, which is enough for him to resist the total drain from his spell that he cast. The lieutenant then gets to go next. He's just going to shoot at him because he's not an awakened character, and that's resolved in a typical combat action, with an opposed test from both parties. The grunt then goes, and it's another opposed test from his pistol skill. Mordecai, seeing that he is in a lot of trouble with these 2 grunts, is going to summon Sharky in order to act on his behalf. For this, he's summoning Sharky at a force 6. He rolls his 14 dice, which is his summoning skill and his magic attribute. He gets 5 net hits. Sharky, as a force 6, rolls 6 dice to resist being summoned from the astral plane. With only 1 net hit, Mordecai has 4 services that Sharky has to complete for him. Sharky then appears next to Mordecai and takes his place in the initiative order. Just like a character, Sharky as a spirit acts on his own turn. But as a spirit, he has a few extra advantages. Spirits don't take damage from normal weapons in the same way, which makes them powerful companions in a combat situation. They are incredibly effective against regular combatants, although you have to be careful because they can also be attacked from the astral plane, and it can be a lot harder to defend them. With the spirit now on the field, combat's going to continue in the same initiative order, but the odds are now in Mordecai's favor. Once everybody reaches 0, we roll a new initiative pass, and Sharky will do the same thing. Even though it's a spirit, it still works in combat much the same way as any other In the Sixth World, the astral plane and magic is all around us. Characters that are awakened can manipulate the energy of the astral plane in order to cast spells and to pull powerful spirits in order to work on their behalf. Characters that are awakened are incredibly powerful members of any Shadowrunning team, and it's important to know that the NPCs are aware of this too. More often than not, they're going to target the mage first, and it's up to the rest of the party to make sure that their mage makes it out alive. Thank you for watching our How to Play Shadowrun video. If you would like to keep watching Shadowrun Corporate Sins, click over here for our playlist, or to subscribe to our Hyper RPG channel, click over here. Last, if you would like a chance to win some of this awesome swag on the table, leave a comment or question below and we'll pick a random winner. Thanks for watching.
Hi, and welcome back to Shadowrun Corporate Sins. I hope you had a wonderful break. We are refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to see what our runners do next. Elsie is currently in the hallway of the clinic. Mainframe has hacked into their host and is manipulating doors and things. So Elsie...
What? Someone else is doing that?
She hasn't broken any doors yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is our best.
While the other three are learning how to parallel park.
Manipulation is a very generous way to describe what Cromwell does to doors, I think.
Pause. We have not gotten to parallel parking. We're still learning how to park in the white line.
In the white lines. Mordecai, are you still driving?
Of course.
Logic and intuition. As you're like feeling it. You drive by feel. You drive like I do.
2 dice penalty.
I'd almost rather
For your-
I'd almost rather you drop it and concentrate on the vehicle.
2 hits and I glitch.
So the car parks like sideways and T-bones another car in the parking lot.
Oh. I'll better go talk to this person.
And back in the clinic. Elsie, when you look down the hallway,
It's supposed to be an empty.
You see a hallway, and you see one door here, a small one, and then 3 sets of like the same sort of large double doors that you just came through.
Are there any windows for me to peer into, like on the?
On the doors, no.
And do I hear anything?
Not audibly. Like you could go kind of like up to the door and try and give me a perception.
Yeah.
Which door would you like to choose? 1, 2, or 3?
Of those 3?
Yeah. Or 4.
I will take door number 4.
The little one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
2.
You hear kind of some chatter, but nothing particular. Like it sounds like you might recognize one of them as being like the PA that you heard.
Okay. I say in my comm, Mainframe, I've got 4 doors. 3 of them are like security, like I just came through. I can't really tell that there's anything. I can't tell any indication of like what's behind them.
You want more doors opened?
Well, I'm just wondering if you have any like blueprints of the building or any idea which one I should go after.
I was not paying particular attention to the blueprints. Something I usually do when we're preventing Fang from destroying things outright. So, I'm happy to open a random door for you, or 2.
You could also look for blueprints.
Sure! I've got all the intuition.
That's a thing you can do with computer and logic.
Is the comm open?
No.
Then I didn't hear that.
I got like 8 hits.
Cool. You managed to acquire a blueprint, and it's like an emergency exit one. I'm just gonna. Elsie falls down forever.
I trip and just like eat it.
Slide halfway across the map.
Do the whole like nobody.
So you find that there are 3 additional rooms in here. They're labeled pre-op, OR, post-op.
I would like.
And then these are like clinic rooms and imaging and storage.
I'm gonna unlock post-op for you.
Yeah, let's do post-op.
Maybe another door. These doors are this entire facility is...
you just attempt to control the device?
But I'm going to use things because
Yeah, it's a pretty. No, that's fine. Let me just see how the device.
Pretty secure facility
opposed to
for a place
Yeah,
that
give me your
looks like
edge roll.
gas station.
It was once a gas station, but now they had to beef it up.
Yeah.
Well, gas is like it's not cheap.
No.
Oh!
The control device
We're
is
gonna die.
sneeze action, which means the host is now aware of your presence.
You're not getting in the door. We're done with that.
And it launches IC.
Yeah. What's it? This.
We'll just move. This is the matrix thing that's happening over here. So you're chilling in
You're
the
off
gas
map.
station.
You're just so you know, you're off map.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You can see it.
Not all of it.
Not another inch.
It's fine.
There we go.
Everything is fine.
Oh, did you lose your edge?
No.
Did you lose it forever?
Might just give myself some edge then for Sassin.
You can't do it. You can't. That's against the
As
rules.
a reminder, y'all can still donate $25. You have been very kind to me, and as much as I am loath to say it, clearly you are not members of Evo, and therefore
Somebody is.
have been less giving with the edge. So be kind to the runners.
I'm gonna stand up for this. I got 1 point of edge, and I'm saving that for immediate destruction of whatever you do.
Great.
I don't know what this pen waggle is from my teaching days, I think.
So you are in AR.
What kind of IC is it?
You see kind of what looks like a prowling animal, like a large digital dog. It's like got the glowing
probe, or
stripes.
is
It's probably, your guess would be, this one might be Scramble.
Elsie, do you feel like this is worth it? Because we can double down on this shit, but if if I engage this ice, this is gonna take a while.
Let's get out of here.
Great.
I head out the doors I came in.
Okay.
I'm going to exit the host.
All right. So you guys are exiting the host. Are you gonna head out and
Make my appointment.
Make your appointment?
Yeah, and as I'm heading through the hall, I'm doing one of those I can't believe I went there. Okay.
Whoopsie-daisy.
And then when I pass the receptionist, I'm like, I'm just gonna call.
Okay. Great. I'll make sure someone else answers the phone.
Hi, I need to schedule a research consultation.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely do that. Did you, when did you want to come back in? Sometime tomorrow? We've got some availability.
Tomorrow would be great.
Okay. How does 2 p.m. sound tomorrow? Schedule, put you in for the appointment. And you'll need to be staying in the post-op for a little while. We'll keep you overnight, just to make sure.
Is constant. Okay.
Well, it's long-term. It's like long-term testing. They just really want to see what's, make sure how your body's reacting. It's like a pre-clinic visit. Make sure you're eligible for the study. I'm sure they told you all about it, right?
Yeah. So what exactly are they doing tomorrow?
Oh, well, they'll let you know then. They let you know at the visit, right? I don't have all that information. Your doctor should tell you.
I'm flustered.
It's mostly just to make sure, no one comes to pick you up tomorrow. You don't need
just
like,
drop
a
you
ride
off.
back.
Okay.
Just drop off.
Just a drop off.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
And pick up the next morning.
We'll help you schedule the pickup on your
Just
way out.
call whenever she's ready.
Okay. Yeah, I will make sure someone else calls.
Great. I will see you at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
All right. So
Oh, very sorry. That was my son's learning to drive, and you know how it is with boys.
It's a parking lot. There's no one in there, I think.
the car is empty. You were talking to the window in a vehicle.
Oh, well,
Okay.
in case you're a rigger and you jumped into that car, I just want you to know, no intended harm. That's good. Everything's normal. Everything's fine. We gotta get out of here, guys.
We have to leave a note. So they know. Maybe we'll just put some money underneath. Is any windows open that we can just slip bills into?
Did the van get damaged?
Some paint scratches, like some clear scratches on the front. The other car seemed to have took the brunt of it because it was not a van, not at all an armored van, like a small family compact.
Let's just.
There's a large dent in it. You can see a car seat in the back.
Oh God.
Or can I leave? Is there an electronic way to leave a note?
An electronic note?
Is there paper in this?
Can I leave a
I
message?
think you can tag its icon and
Right,
leave
I
something
tag
on
it
that.
and I say, very sorry, contact me for money, Peter Wenther. And I give him Peter Wenther's contact info.
You spelled infect,
Winter
right?
is coming.
You spelled infect.
Yeah, I got it right. Definitely.
Okay. Good, because we should.
Wenther is coming.
So we so I track my vehicle down, and we enter the parking lot.
I see
and-
Mainframe coming, and I panic and I cast Trid Phantasm to try to disguise the paint marks on the van. And I have a 2 dice penalty, but I get 3 hits. Resist the drain.
So what exactly am I looking at?
Well,
What do I
if
see?
you want to resist the spell,
Why wouldn't I want to? Can I if I don't know
it's
there's a spell
intuition
in the first
plus
place?
logic.
Well, the funny
You
thing
come
is,
back to your car and your intuition is boosted. You see Mordecai
he's
sweating
boosting he's
like,
both boosting my intuition and trying to foil it at the same time.
he's like sweating profusely and like standing there awkwardly. And Fang is like, okay, Beck, make sure they get the note.
The note has to spell 2 M's, not just one.
Why is there a need for a note?
I mean, the car is still deep.
With the note, I left the note. I spelled it all right. Let's
my
get
God.
out of here.
Elsie just gets in the van and like.
No one else is touching the van.
Did I do it?
No.
You
I
said
just
we
get-
can learn how to drive.
In an empty parking lot. I said very clearly a large, empty parking lot.
It's large and the car parked, and it was empty when we started. How was your consultation?
Right, how'd that go anyway?
Yeah.
Everybody in the van.
I would like a please. Please. Thank you.
I want to go.
Fang gets in it. I'm assuming there's those seats in the back that are just like facing each other.
I have
Hell out of there.
a follow-up appointment at 2
Today?
tomorrow. It's not creepy at all. They told me not to arrange a pickup and would not allow me to schedule like I did even the next morning. And they won't tell me what the procedure is. They just said it's some sort of consultation. It's very sketchy.
Should we put a tag in you?
Let's put 2 tags in you. That worked really
One
well.
in the
last
brain?
night. Yeah, no, not in the brain. In the arm socket.
And then the
arm
brain
socket.
bomb.
Yeah.
I can pilot groundcraft.
I'll remember what. Listen, I'll remember what your what that family we used to work for would do. Right? You put 1 tag in for them to find when they look, and 1 stealth tag for them to not find when they find the first one.
There we go. That's what we have to do.
It's that thing that I did to you once.
Right.
One in the arm and 1 on the shoulder.
Did not go unnoticed.
Moves.
But
Very
we
good
won't
dancer.
put the brain grenade.
I don't know. Do we have enough stuff to do that without like seriously hurting her?
Can't they just try? I have an implanted comlink.
Sure, you could rely on that.
Do you think we can find your comm link?
No.
I also have a tooth compartment. Can I just put the thing in the tooth compartment?
Look.
They're like they're like, so big. Not that small.
They can't roll up.
How big is your tooth?
It's not a fang tooth. That is for sure. I'm
those
not
IT
feeling
things
great
that's
about
happening.
surgery before the surgery.
I don't know, we don't have to even do surgery. I've got an injector gun. Well, I know someone who's got an injector gun. They just inject it right in there. A little bit of a cut to get it out, but right now there's no surgery, just an injection.
That sounds like a great idea.
Is the plan to let them take Mainframe 3 away?
No. They're going to borrow Mainframe. And then after they borrow her, we're gonna take her back with interest, or the other elves.
Well, wait a
totally
minute.
safe. We did this all the time back at the precinct.
The physician's assistant said that there would be a second consultation and that she would be taken to an outside facility to do the work. So I'm not even sure if this clinic is aware of the experiments that are going
No,
on.
I said it before. They're outsourcing the evil. This is probably
Yeah.
something that they're being paid to do. But what we are being paid to do is find the central location where people are being taken. Which, unfortunately, unless we run an extensive sting operation, the fastest way to get at this.
Why don't we survey the building tonight and see if they take anybody out? Because if they keep people in the post-op room and they're taking you in tomorrow, maybe they're transporting someone tonight.
Well, more
It's a good
information gathering. When do we get to the punching part? I say we just send her in, track her. Keep close.
You know,
Go in, fists a-blazing.
we should maybe not talk about me in the third person. I will choose what I do with my person. There is no sending like a parcel back and forth.
Here's what I think.
I think it's,
Well, okay, maybe your opinion's more important than mine right now. We were told to be discreet, which, as I've learned, does not mean we stab first. It means they stab first. Probably in the mainframe, but
wow, you just went there. You just
Look, it's your decision, of course.
Yeah.
that's what we're
It
trying
has
to
to be Mainframe 3's
But
decision.
I'm with you on this. I've been in places where metahumans were experimented on in prison for many years, and I don't like it any more than you.
Look, if it helps, I can keep an eye on you from the astral plane.
Well, yeah, that certainly helps.
And we'll stay very close. We've got 2 vehicles. Mordecai can drive the van now.
It's true, I think I'm pretty good at it.
Wow, no.
Or Elsie.
well,
No.
see, Big Papa, you'll be in charge of sensing her
Yeah, you can't
in
drive
the
and do
magical
that.
realm. You can't do that while driving.
Of course I can't do it while driving.
Yeah, so
That'd be ridiculous.
Exactly. So, the other person who, while they're not magical like you, is really good at driving fast.
Yeah, okay.
So
that
they-
makes
yeah.
sense, yeah.
I wouldn't mind just looking at the place tonight to see if there's, if there is a way.
You know what that means? Stakeout! I'll get the burgers and the soy calf. We can have tofu burgers.
Great. All right, so you guys are gonna stake out on the clinic on the Fast and Fix, and attempt to see what happens in the evening. Where would you like to do your stakeout? Like, do you want to kind of scope out the building a little bit? This is on the 3rd floor, so it's kind of a shared multi-use building. More than one thing going on there at
Those
a time.
elevators next to the post op?
3 elevators. This is outside, so this is the hallway.
Right.
This is the section that was like the closed off section, and then this was the main section.
How about always sneaks around the perimeter of the building and puts RFID chips on anything that's a vehicle that any sort of little piggy could be put into?
Great.
And I'm going to conceal myself and levitate to scout out the ceiling, and I'm looking for any entrances and access that way should it be necessary.
Ceiling?
The roof.
Okay.
The other side of the ceiling.
The top of the
Yes.
ceiling.
Doors don't end up that high very often, so
Oh, not really.
For them, it's the ceiling is the last thing they.
So I go through all of that.
Okay.
Binoculars.
Okay. Okay. The building is like 7 or 8 stories high. Or it was 8 stories high. I will be specific. You are on the roof, the underside of the ceiling, and so you kind of looking around the perimeter of the building.
Yeah, I'm looking both with my. I'm going from a distance with my binoculars and really don't want to be caught.
Okay.
And I'm also astrally perceiving as well.
So the outside of the building, like the front, this is the back side and this is the front side. There is like one, there's kind of the emergency exit out at the back, which would lead you out into an alleyway. So that would be here. And then there's the main entrance, which you guys came in before you went into the clinic, which would be the front. There aren't really any other entrances and exits, so there's the shady back alley and the brightly lit front.
Guess where I go.
With my skills as previously thwarting things like this, I'm pretty sure they're gonna use the alley.
We're gonna go a shady back alley? Huh, surprise.
I'm just throwing that out there.
So, to the shady back alley. Anyone else doing anything in particular on said stakeout?
Specifically, when here's what I've done. I take the RFID chips and I stick them on the slat patches.
Okay.
And I'm sneaking through around the perimeter, but into the alley.
Okay.
For sure.
And I'm astrally perceiving as well, just for any potential magical threats.
So, here's the building.
And I've got my chameleon suit on.
And here is its back exit. And then across the way, there is a second building.
Okay.
You know, that's how you define an alleyway.
Yeah.
It's 2 buildings. that's how you know it's shady. All right, so Cromwell, Mordecai, you are on the building's roof, so you're kind of up here looking. Well, Elsie's dead.
I had one job. I'm just gonna stay alive.
We're gonna be in the car.
Cromwell, where kind of do you want to end up positioning yourself? We'll say the building kind of keeps going. It's probably about 100 meters total.
Are there any vehicles in the alley?
Not currently, no. I guess what time do you guys get there? When do you want to start your stakeout?
Maybe like 10?
Out.
Were there any on the schedule? Was there any sort of late night appointments, or were they all?
Any deliveries or pickups on the schedule?
The last appointment was scheduled for 7 p.m. After that, scheduled blank.
Great, we should show up at 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 p.m. sounds right. We'll have burgers.
Fang is super into her burgers.
So to answer your question, is there any kind of probably not shrubberies, but like dumpsters or things
There's
like
definitely
that?
dumpsters. We'll say there is kind of one here.
Perfect. I wanted to get right there to make sure I could
And one
see
for
the
this
entrance.
building.
And I's there standing perfectly still.
Okay. Give me your stealth or sneaking.
All right, and this is with a chameleon suit. So there is 7.
Okay. Mainframe, what are you up to?
I'm having an existential crisis, just in general, about this whole injection thing and then the stuff and the surgeries. But I get back into the host.
Okay, are you gonna be like on the roof or far away?
Far away.
Okay.
I mean, close enough that I don't have much noise.
Okay, well,
We're vanning. I don't know if I trust them after the
Alright.
driving lesson.
you're off in the distance. Elsie, anywhere in particular? Are you gonna be with Mainframe? You wanna come join them?
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna be in the alley. I'm gonna come to the alley.
Where in the alleyway would you like to?
Is that other dumpster?
Yeah.
Yeah, other dumpster.
Great, we got a lot of dumpster hiding.
We should. I'm gonna stay on my Harley
Okay.
because I brought it. So I'm just gonna stay at 1, and I'm gonna try to park it discreetly, in case I need to follow someone.
Okay. Are you gonna park it at the outside, at the end of the alleyway?
Yeah.
Okay. Bike. You're on it.
Sorry, does both ends open to the street?
Yeah, they open to different streets, so it goes all the way through.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's perfect.
So-
Actually, if you move me, I want a little bit of cover on that corner.
Okay, so you're gonna be on the corner. The distances are off because I cannot make this quite long enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I want a little bit of cover there.
Okay.
I had summoned Sharky to conceal me, so should we check to see if I have any remaining services from
Yeah.
her?
What was your?
So.
like your faces.
Did you summon Sharky or do you want to summon him now?
No, this would have been before I levitated myself onto
Okay,
the building.
great.
But, 3 hits.
Yeah, that does not succeed.
Great. So how many hits?
You need resist twice.
Yes.
My hits 10.
You got this.
I take 3 stun damage.
I rolled really well.
No edge.
Clearly.
No edge. That was beautiful.
Did you do something to piss Sharky off?
I must have. Let's try that one more time.
Okay.
Okay, this time I got 5 hits.
Okay, your net hits are 3.
All right, that's more like it.
Much more normal for you.
So yes, so I still have 2 services from Sharky after he's concealed me.
Okay. Is Sharky just chilling next to you?
He's ready. He's away from me, but he's ready to be summoned, like called to me instantly should I need him.
Okay. Just put Sharky over here. Sharky. With Elsie.
One more adjustment.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is there a ledge or anything above the door?
Yeah, probably. There's like some window ledges and.
I would actually like to run up onto the first ledge.
Okay.
Run up the wall and I'd like to hide up there instead.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Resist Pain on myself, so I'm no longer taking a negative modifier from having tried to summon him previously.
If you're lucky, this stakeout will take more than an hour and you'll get some of that back.
That could work too. That's the other thing, is if it takes more than an hour, then I can.
It probably will. All right.
All right.
Did you forget me?
No, I didn't. I was waiting for you. You're next.
I was like, I want a turn. Okay, Fang is ready this time. She's got her little big jacket that's like an old leather jacket that covers her arms so you can't tell she's cybernetic. There's also a hood with like, it used to be a fuzzy fur collar, but it's like, it's seen better days. It's definitely a really old jacket.
Get you guys some clothes.
And like, she's got like a bag of fast food and then a bag that has a bottle in it that's empty. Or no, it's full. The opposite of what I just said. But it's in one of those paper bags. She doesn't like, she's done this before. And she doesn't really, she's like, she's very disgruntled. And she just like sits herself down near that dumpster. She's gonna just sit herself down near it. Yeah, we'll put herself there.
Are you trying to make yourself look like you're a drunk hobo in this alleyway?
Perhaps.
Okay. Give me a performance.
Okay. What do you use for performance?
If Elsie gives you a hand with getting yourself dressed up to look like a hobo, then you can add a +2 dice pool. Otherwise, because otherwise you default
that gives me
on
2
charisma.
dice.
Okay.
There's some struggle here. 0 hits.
Okay.
Fang just is like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm homeless, can't you tell? Because our socioeconomic
your katana is like very clear.
My social economic structure has put me in this position where I need to sit here. And like, she tries to drink and like the bag rolls off and it's just like,
Fang, I should tell you this, but what you're doing isn't working. You're pretty obvious from up here.
Yeah.
This is like 7:30
Why don't you hop on
p.m.
the back of the Harley and we can ride together? We can be murder crew on wheels if something goes down.
Can we just be beat 'em up crew?
Yeah, that's fine.
Somewhat moral murder crew.
Well, when I say murder, I don't mean like death. I mean like a murder of crows because there's so many of us and we attack as a group.
Fang drops all the props that she got, like eats her hamburger and
Did
Are
you
you
just
gonna
bring
go
one?
back to the
You didn't
Harley?
bring enough for the group?
it's in the van.
Do you go to the Harley?
Yeah, I do, but I have to stop and get the burgers from the van and then come back.
Really complicated.
All right.
So at 9 p.m.
Okay, wow.
It's about 2 hours after you guys start getting there. You see as you're coming, a van pulls into the alleyway and parks just past that front door or that back alley door. Cromwell, are you gonna try and stick a little stick thing on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a throwing, I guess a thrown weapon.
Right there.
It's a pretty big target, so add +2.
Generally,
I'm assuming you don't really care where it lands.
right, and generally improvised throwing weapons have an accuracy of like 3, so
Yeah.
that counts as a limit, right?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. That conveniently is exactly how many you need to have in order to land something. So you like, and it. You also remembered to sticky side. You know, you sticky side out.
Right.
So just like hit it and then fall.
I've got a whole pile of case like that. I send the RFID identifier, the RFID to Mainframe.
Okay.
And anyone else.
Yeah, send it
Case
to everybody
you
else.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
What is this ad for condo timeshares?
Just don't.
Cromwell,
Don't.
we're on a stakeout. We don't have time for vacations.
This is not the time to talk. I'm so good at stakeouts. Not the time to talk.
So, you see, exiting the van, two, one male, one female. They're both human. They seem like they're well armed. They're like dressed in armored jackets. They're kind of like clearly dangerous looking individuals. And then you see coming down, leaving the hallway. There are, not the best example, 3 little people, 3 tiny meeples. What you actually see, for anyone who is close enough, which would probably mostly be Cromwell, is 2 people with a gurney. And then there is like the person, there's like a lump on the gurney, but it isn't really clear what it is. And so they wheel it, and they are
I flip my
approaching these
image
2
link
people.
on with magnification, and I transmit it to anyone with an image link.
Anyone going to do anything in particular?
Well, the thought occurs to me that, you know, we could pretend like I could take the place of this guy if we incapacitate these guards. Theoretically. So we don't know where they're going, damn it. We're so close to having spy thoughts, but that just doesn't work. We need to let it go and find out where they're going.
You should be able to follow them.
Yeah, let's just follow these guys.
Great.
Do we know who this is? What if this is a human and it's a different corporation running research studies?
I would like to check out one of like what I see.
On the Matrix?
Yes, on the Matrix.
Yeah. Give me a Matrix perception.
Wow. 7.
So you notice that there are sort of multiple icons going on here. There is an icon in the van, and it seems to be someone has probably jumped into that van. So there may be a 3rd person in the vehicle. There is nothing. You only see the 5 icons.
Do any of them seem corporate affiliated?
If you would like to examine either of them more closely,
Yeah, I'd like to see
yeah. Right now they seem kind of bland from what you can
Is that
tell.
a trace icon or what?
Just give me another examine in detail, so another perception, but we're okay.
6.
Okay, so you recognize these 2 as people from the clinic. One of them was the doctor that came in to talk to you. And then these 2 definitely seem to have a more corporate vibe to them. The logo or the icon on the van itself, you have corporate knowledge, right? Yeah. Can you give me a corporate knowledge?
That wasn't so good.
Do you have edge?
Well, I have my regular edge, but if we're gonna do anything fancy,
She doesn't have any more edge.
I got a hit.
So you recognize it. It's like a red flower, and from what like a red blossom specifically, so you recognize it as the Red Blossom Center, which you're vaguely familiar with, may be connected to Shiawase.
All right. Well, this is what we're looking for. Let's let them. Are they closer to leaving?
Yeah, so they seem to be exchanging and putting this unconscious person in the vehicle.
Did you say red flower? When I was on that run with the scarecrow, the red flower puts you to sleep.
They're already
There's
asleep.
there's no icon associated with the patient right now, right?
Nope, there's absolutely nothing on.
Do we know who's on that gurney?
That's what I was just. Yeah.
Like,
We
is
cannot.
I sent you a picture.
I know, but like
Covered.
Well, we have the schedule.
I'd like to sense the person on the gurney to try to discern their meta type. And I got 5 hits.
They are elf.
There, it's an elf on the gurney.
We've verified all the things. Great.
can we put that in our report?
I feel really awful about just letting them take some poor elf.
We're not gonna let them, we're gonna follow them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point is...
You guys were happy
if-
with if they were gonna take me. That's how is this any different?
What if they
You're
were
not
to?
helpless is the difference.
What if they were to accidentally have their doors swing open and accidentally for the gurney to slip out and fall behind?
Listen. You're letting your feelings get in the way of your morals. Look, these people are being taken from all over the city. What, we rescue this one and we let all the other ones just burn? I mean, look, we gotta take a risk. We're gonna get them out, right?
They're gonna go to wherever they're going anyway. But if the gurney were,
Then they might move all the people.
Don't complicate.
I'm gonna go ahead
All
and
right.
try to hack one of their comm links.
Okay,
Hold down.
are you running silent at all?
No.
Okay.
But I could start doing that.
I don't like your smile anymore.
No.
Fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's fine.
I would like to.
So the engine on the vehicle continues running, but it doesn't seem to be pulling away.
should they should they have left by now?
Wait, is the gurney?
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Why? We didn't do anything wrong.
You complicated the plan.
Yeah.
I told you not to complicate the plan.
It's supposed to be reconnaissance, man.
I just say you gotta. I mean, it's a good thing that you like got the obvious not homeless person out of there, but working on your overall
I guess there's like 5 people in there.
still needs to be.
Yep.
I had them tagged. He was ready to go.
We could still fall. They might not know.
I think.
Well, they might not
I
know
think
that we
they-
tagged them.
I think we're about to get shot.
Good. Because we've been doing way too much thinking.
Great. I'll just drop you off.
Yeah.
I beg to differ that we've been doing too much thinking.
This is more thinking than we did in the forest back in the
I think less thinking, but smarter thinking.
22.
Yes.
Elsie.
14.
Ask me.
Hang.
24.
Mordecai.
31.
Did Sharky roll?
He's not part of this yet.
What's that thing where you use edge to get initiative?
Roll 5.
Blitz.
I want to do that.
Mordecai,
Yeah.
you have another point of edge. And speaking of,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So do you.
oh, I'm using one of my edge.
Oh, good.
To
We don't. The game's not up yet, by the way.
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's
It's
I
fine, guys.
favored that.
It's
let's
fine.
play our cards. The hand's not over yet.
We're not done yet.
I'm gonna do that again. Disappointing. That did not go as well as I wanted it to. Okay, sorry, mainframe.
21.
21. All right.
Hate that song.
Yeah, sense of foreboding.
Yeah.
Mainframe, did you use? No, you used your own edge splits.
Yeah.
You have a point of edge
Yay!
from the chat room. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
So, There's like a gun turret on the van
Oh, Jesus.
that's going to aim in your direction.
I'm in the dumpster though.
Yeah, it's
so,
firing
yeah.
at the dumpster. So you get an armor bonus, but
that's
your
nice.
dodge might be restricted in terms of your ability to like move out of the way of bullets. So you actually have your good cover. So take a +5 to your dice pool. And
So
roll
are we
reaction
just
plus
rolling
intuition.
armor then? We're
No,
skipping.
you'll do you get the +5 on reaction and intuition.
Okay.
Uh, Six hits. Just gonna reroll some of those. A little bit of edge, because that's unfortunate for me. Close, but no cigar. You're fine. You hear rat-a-tat, tat-tat-tat.
Rat-a-tat-tat,
As
rat-a-tat-tat.
bullets rain upon the dumpster that you are in.
Well, I think they know we're
Mordecai.
Wait a minute. You used edge and you didn't move it over to the other pile.
That's because I'm keeping track of it on here.
She has too much edge to deal with just blocks.
It's a lot. It's more complicated
Scaling
for me. Here, I'll just deconfuse you. You're not allowed to know how much edge I have. I have the power here.
Okay.
Do we have any power here?
No, Claudia, do you need me? Is that a thing that you might need? No, don't mess with your GM. Mainframe. You're fine. Mordecai, it's your turn.
Yeah. So over by the edge of the roof, I'm
These
still
guys
concealed.
have since left.
Okay.
The doctor and the PA, they went back.
So it's just the van at this point that we're dealing with? Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to use a simple action to summon Sharky next to me. And
It's a blue and orange and yellow.
you guys, they know we're here. We gotta stop them.
Why do we have to stop them? Why not?
just let it
Why
They're
not?
shooting at Mainframe 3.
Well, run
So
away.
she's fine.
That's
we
what
have
the
to track
that's
the
what the
van.
prime runners taught me. Always run away.
I.
And be jerks.
All right. Well, I'm going. All right. So it was a simple action to call him to me. So that's. I can't cast a spell unless I want to risk more drain. So I'm going to hold off on that then.
Okay, Cromwell.
Sharky needs to roll initiative.
I think we just need to let them go. They don't seem to know I'm here, so I'm just going to delay. If I talk, can I not delay? I suppose that's the case.
Oh, Cromwell, you rolled lower. Yeah, so you actually think about it.
No, Cromwell didn't lower.
Yeah, I was lower than
Oh,
you.
you
You
were.
rolled lower than you. I'm so used to putting you higher in the initiative order. So,
Thanks.
what was the device rating on your RFID tag?
It's just a standard RFID.
Probably 3. Okay. So roll 6 dice for me.
Roll good. Roll good. Roll good.
You want its? 3 its.
Okay. Great.
Sharky's initiative is 16.
What?
Oh, Sharky.
He got snake eyes.
He's hungover.
Oh, okay.
Zach Eyes.
That guys, is that what we're calling?
Yeah. That guys. They're evil and mean. That was great. A great musical cue. Okay. Fang.
Okay.
Okay, so Fang is gonna do a quick draw.
Which means I get to roll dice. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about this. And she's pulling out the rat-a-tat-tat gun. Don't ask her what the name of it is now. That is the name. Pretty sure it's an AK for all those who really care. And I got more than 3.
Excellent. So you're able to quick roll, which means you can also do a simple action of firing on this turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna twist around. I'm gonna move around the bike
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a shot at just a burst fire at the very top and the turret.
Okay.
You get a -2 defense to your pool, and it's 5
Okay.
because it's burst.
I don't actually. It's a turret and the car's not moving, so it can't dodge it.
Oh, well, that's really convenient.
So what's the damage?
Well, then, do I include my hits in that?
Yeah.
So 15.
15. Okay.
15 piercing.
That being said, it's a turret, so it has a lot to resist with.
No, turrets are weak. That's what the T stands for.
Well, no. So what it is it's the vehicle's armor, but because you did a called shot, right?
No, I just aimed at the turret.
Okay, you didn't do a called shot though.
No.
So you just fired at the van.
Oh, I didn't realize I had to do a call shot to the turret. I thought it was just like,
No, otherwise you're just firing at the van.
great, I'm firing at the van. Can I yell at it?
Yes.
Get out of here, you fucking loser heads.
Really glad
like
you
something
called
I would
attention to
say.
yourself.
Loser heads?
Yeah, the van seems fine.
Is there at least bullet holes in it?
Yeah, there's like 2.
Good. I will take that.
Mainframe. You know, you could also like. There's so many options that you
it's
can
not
do.
my turn yet, so I haven't had a chance
It's
to do
Cromwell's
any
turn.
of the
Are you going
things.
to do anything?
If you have
Yes, I take one of my 2 expensive stealth RFID tags and I stick one to another patch.
Okay.
And that's probably all I can do this turn, right?
Yeah, because throwing it would be a complex action.
shooting at Mainframe 3 until they run out of ammo.
Can't you levitate the dumpster?
Can't you?
You know, you could also like. There's so many options that you
it's
can
not
do.
my turn yet, so I haven't had a
It's
chance to do
Cromwell's
any
turn.
of
Are
the
you going
things.
to do anything?
If you have
Yes, I take one of my 2 expensive stealth RFID tags and I stick one to another patch.
Okay.
And that's probably all I can do this turn, right?
Yeah, because throwing it would be a complex action. All right, Mainframe.
I'm kind of tempted to just turn. So they see me on the Matrix. So if I just turn my shit off, they'll think I'm dead because they just fired at me. Yeah, I don't.
It's like Mainframe has a high logic or something.
I'm just gonna turn my damn comlink off.
All right, so you reboot your device.
Yeah. Reboot my device.
Sharky.
Sharky sits there, just kind of glowering. Oh, he hasn't been asked to do anything yet.
Okay.
so.
Elsie.
I delay. And I keep covered. Under
Okay.
cover.
Well, you're the last one to turn order, so that means you're just not gonna do anything. Okay. Nothing seems to happen. The vehicle doesn't seem to fire again. Mordecai.
I'm going to delay until after I wait. What did the vehicle go first in the initiative order, or did it?
It just depends on what you define as the vehicle going first. What going
Rigger
first?
went first.
Something went first.
I'm going to delay until after Mainframe.
Okay. So then it begins to dread this day. So it probably makes it like 20 or 30 or so meters down the alleyway. It's probably about halfway to, or almost at the exit of the alley. And that puts it at Fang.
Great. I'm gonna, just to be clear, is there an RFD, or is there a tag on it?
2.
Currently, there is only one that you know about that Cromwell put on there.
Right.
Am I gonna let it go?
Let it go.
Okay. Well, like, I have a chance, I can shoot a wheel. Do you want me to slow it down?
We need to know where the
You're not
facility
take out
is.
the wheel in one shot.
Do you know who I am? I'm gonna take out that wheel in one shot. I am gonna.
Mainframe, you have another point of edge.
Thank you.
How dare you say I can't do things?
I would love to interrupt Fang.
Yes, please.
Okay, Elsie, what are you doing? You can spend 5 initiative points to do something as you are right next to her.
I would like to. I whip off my coat, which is an armored coat and very resistant, and I just like take it and I loop it over her head and pull her back on my bike.
Make an unarmed attack.
I'm pretty sure you can still shoot through that.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, but the point isn't to
We'll
subdue
see
you,
whether or not
it's
this
to throw
gives
you off
a
balance.
negative to your attack.
I was gonna be so cool and shoot a wheel.
What's your physical limit?
Oh boy.
11.
I got 2.
Yeah, you have put a coat over Fang's head. She's still standing there. So now it's blind fire, so take a -5 to your dice pool.
Yeah.
Wait! No! I'm going to re-roll with my edge.
Yes, please.
The little edge we do have her
You
using
realize you
against
have to
each
exceed
other.
11 to actually pull her back, right? That's her physical limit. That's how grapples work.
You could use a point of edge to try to talk Fang out of it.
Monologue!
Yeah, would you like to monologue using your point of edge?
I would like to performance.
Wait, let me.
My luck.
Where do I have here? Let me understand what Lauren sees, so you can perform to us.
This is.
Quiet, go back to your place.
So many rules broken.
This is my realm.
I say, listen, Fang, I don't like this any more than you do, but if we don't let this van go, we are never going to find out where their facility is, and we're never going to free the loads of elves over there. So we get this one elf free, yeah, and it'll take us a long time to find their facility because they'll probably have it moved. So knock it off!
Roll? Performance?
Performance?
Or negotiation?
I think it's a negotiation because she's telling me to do something.
I would like to. I think I'm intimidating her, but
You're not. I'll allow either one. Whichever you think it should be.
I think it should be intimidation.
Fang has 1 charisma to help her resist this with, so.
I have a point of edge.
So I harness the lowest, most Galadriel voice, and I say, "Do not shoot." As I say,
You spit on Fang's face.
that's intimidating.
Nope, you've got a coat on your
Flex
head.
of
so-
saliva.
Yeah, there's like coat on my head and someone's yelling at me.
Drop your weapon or despair.
What did you got 1?
No, I got 3.
So resist that with your 1 die.
Wait, I'm just gonna roll 1 charisma?
Yeah, it's an opposed social test.
I glitch? I critical glitch?
Fang just starts crying.
I just wanted to do my best. I wanted to shoot the tire so we could.
This is fun. I guess I misunderstood what stakeout means.
I just wanted to be a hobo and do a good job, but then you said my costume wasn't very good, and I had a bottle and everything.
Listen, I don't katana. You don't perform.
We learned that last week when you attempted to stab things.
Because it was cool. We can't just do things because they're cool, Fang. We have to train them.
We haven't stabbed all day.
I crashed Mainframe 3's van! I'm so sorry!
Is the van far enough away yet? Do I see the icon far enough away to come out? It's gone now?
Not yet. Cromwell, it's your turn.
No, stay.
It's not gone yet.
Comlink is all weeping right now.
I don't-
And I'm in
I
a dumpster that's bullet ridden.
I don't have any chat room edge, so I use my own edge. Can I break the limit on a roll using an edge?
That is
Okay.
exactly a thing you
So
can
I've
do
got
then.
1 chance to throw a stealth tag and stick it to the van. So I want to do that. Using my edge to break. Is it just break the limit when I do that?
Yeah, it just means you can go over the
And reroll 6 times.
So you can go over the
Yeah, it's
accuracy.
a comment, and I get to reroll
Yeah.
6. Alright, right. So I does that with the throwing thing. 1 check. And I get to reroll 3. 8.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So you manage to
And what I'm aiming at, it would be, I don't know, somewhere discreet.
Like the bottom bumper,
Yeah.
right next to their bumper sticker that says, what's it called? Red Blossom Center.
Yes.
What? I thought it was like
Top
being
of
an
the
organ
car.
donor.
No one looks at the top of the car.
We provide care.
Oh,
Hit it.
Slap!
if only we knew where the van labeled Red Blossom Center was going to go.
Did you see that? Did you all see that? Oh,
Wait,
through it.
Is the sticker done well, or is there like one of those little wrinkles in it?
It's stuck well, but it's crooked.
Ah!
Well, now at least we'll know that they're going to the Red Blossom Center. So.
It's not fair. I was.
And with that, we'll break out of initiative, and the van will peel off and exit.
So I
Mainframe?
I'm coming out of the
Mainframe.
dumpster.
Is Mainframe alright? Her comlink dropped.
Oh,
Her-
I.
Her
Oh yeah, your
comlink,
comlink was off, so you actually didn't hear any of
Oh.
this.
her comlink was down?
Is
Okay,
she
I
alright?
turn it back on because
Fine.
things sound.
And you just hear the sounds of sobbing.
I just want to do my best. I'm not very good.
No, you're great, but you're great at what you're great at.
My comlink's been off for like 3 minutes. What the hell went on?
You're alive. She's alive.
Technically, it was 3 seconds.
It was like 6.
Listen, if you want to stealth, then Cromwell can teach you how to stealth. He taught me how to sort of stealth.
My footsteps are so big and I'm made of metal. It doesn't work.
Thanks. You want an ice cream sundae? Should we go get an
I
ice cream
do
sundae?
want an ice cream sundae.
Can we go just? Well, let's go talk about our next step over an ice cream
But
sundae.
aren't we supposed to be tracking the elf what just got taken off? Everyone
know.
seemed pretty upset about him getting loaded away before.
True.
But then ice cream happens. So.
Can we have a count of how many times Elsie makes people cry?
Funny thing, I think I'm at 3.
I know you're at least at 2.
Yeah, no, I think
times.
it's at least 3.
It's good times.
Yeah, we should follow the tag.
So,
There's a drive-through ice cream place in this neighborhood,
Let's
right?
do it. We'll get ice cream when I do a good job. Like, really, when we decided that we're
my
above
God.
adequate, I want an ice cream and I want more than just soy flavor. I
Between
want
you
the sugar
and Mordecai,
flavor.
you guys are like the Debbie Downer duo.
That's
Not
why. That's why I'm Big Papa.
We headed to the van. We are headed to the van.
Okay.
Are you riding in the
Point
Arctic?
out, like,
I'm gonna be put wherever someone puts me.
We're
Okay.
coming to the van.
So you guys get into the van. You start tracking the RFID tag. You're able to follow it pretty far. It seems to be heading. You guys are kind of in the outskirts, towards the like northeast of Seattle, kind of past Northgate sort of area, and it's definitely like clearly booking it towards downtown. Right when it gets into the center of downtown, it seems to cut out and disappear.
Is it heading towards something that matches the description of the Red Blossom Center, or is that a red herring?
Red Blossom Center is, if you look up the location, it is part of a larger medical facility clinic area that has like multiple different types of locations, and it's kind of
So
not
cut
a
off downtown.
clinic, but yeah, it cuts off somewhere downtown, and that facility is located downtown.
So, I was hoping we'd follow close enough to be very close.
well, I assume you guys are in the van and I'm probably still on the Harley.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
yeah.
I'd be in the Harley if you're not, but okay.
Are you
Why don't
still
you
trying
guys
to track
do
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
can also send Sharky after it.
Because he's seen it.
He's
So he
he's
can
seen
find it if he's seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, or if I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
so go ahead
Also,
and
I sensed the person who's in it, so he can look specifically for her.
give me your. I'm trying to think what tracking it would be. Gonna be logic. I'm gonna have you make 2 rolls. Whoever's driving, whoever's trying to do the tracking. The first part you're fine. You managed to follow with the RFID tag. You're like booking it down I-5. But then when you get into downtown, it's definitely like doing some sort of twisties and turnies and going in like sort of weird, as if it may be a little suspicious that, or it should not take a direct route. So give me a logic and not intuition. I'm trying to.
Drive casual. I mean, not too
I think
casual.
what
but-
skill
Reaction?
would be a good skill here.
Reaction might be a good one.
Intuition.
Yeah, maybe let's just do logic and intuition.
I will do that.
If that fails, I'll send Sharky.
Okay. Good team.
And then do another one that's a sneaking.
I'm so glad I'm not driving.
I got 4 hits, but I'm going to use my edge to do even better driving.
Oh.
I whispered to my car, I'm sorry about what happened earlier with the T-boning, and kind of grip my hands together.
Terrible. I am going to use edge to re-roll that.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We can see your dice. Better. I just
Some
thought,
of us like the metagame.
for the integrity of how much I should cry, I thought you should hide that. Because I don't want to cry that out.
What was the second roll you wanted us to do?
A sneaking.
Sneaking. Ah, great. So I got 4 hits.
Actually, just a pilot groundcraft.
Oh.
Like sneakily piloting a groundcraft. Okay, so mainframe is.
I got 4 hits on the driving and 2 hits on the sneaky.
Okay. So you managed to track it pretty far, but you lose it right when it seems to be getting in the just towards that first hill medical area. It seems to be going like a little farther over towards the central district, but you kind of lose it in there. So you're not really sure where it's gone.
Is it shark time?
What about you? I did worse. I lost it before Mainframe did.
Yeah. You're like driving around downtown being like, oh, that's a really cute place. Oh, shit. Ooh, Prada. Would you like to send Sharky?
Prada.
Yeah, this is an extended test with a threshold of 5 for every 10 minutes. You can modify it up if she's either behind a mana barrier or.
Well, you got an astral signature of the elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to kind of follow it until you might lose it at some point.
So. Oops. I've got one.
What are we doing?
So I got 5 in the first roll, so within 10 minutes he should be able to locate her.
So within 10 minutes, Sharky manages to get all the way down to a location just east of First Hill, so like towards the central district. And there's kind of a facility there. He starts, he runs into like a mana barrier at some point where he loses it.
Sharky got pretty far, but he stalled.
So you kind of, you're down to like, you've got a building.
We know where the building is.
Great.
Here, I'll just point like this towards Sharky.
There's lots of U-turns.
We're in Sephora for some reason.
So now we have a
close.
location.
It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
No, it's like 10.
It's 10.
So you have, 15 hours until your appointment.
Yeah. So now we have a location. We have 2 choices. I can go into the operation as planned and you guys can come here to get me out. Or we infiltrate this building directly.
I say you keep your appointment. We know where you're going now. And we can keep Cromwell's tracking on the van.
Yeah, we can stake out this location. Be ready for whatever happens.
Probably too complicated. I was wondering if one of us could infiltrate the van somehow and pretend to be them. We know where to bring the person back.
Whew.
If we took out a van, but they'd probably communicate it back to headquarters.
Yeah.
It was being piloted by someone remotely, I think.
Right.
At least I couldn't tell that there was anyone in there driving it, so.
We could also.
Actually,
Can we disguise the van as one of
Sense
these
vehicle.
and just show up ourselves?
The only sensing you did was specifically on the elf.
No, but I was astrally perceiving for anything.
There was another person in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't ask, I don't always tell you.
Okay. I think the plan we've got is good, but one other option is disguise the van just like that one. And drive there ourselves and deliver Mainframe. See if they let us in.
So,
I don't know that we get anything out of that we couldn't get out of just.
There is one thing. I can
get in.
keep my cyber deck.
And we get inside with whatever equipment we want to put in the van.
Is the whole building covered by the mana barrier, or?
No. There's like patches of there's more than one.
I don't know. They
Go
told
and
us to
look
be
at it.
stealthy.
I know.
I feel like I'm not. I am not feeling great about this situation. This is bringing up a lot of old fears about lack of control. But
What?
we've watched somebody go into that building, and I feel like it could take us days again to infiltrate to the point where we can do this thing with pretending vans. I think I just need to go in.
What happens when you get inside? You won't be able to have a cyber deck, and you'll just disappear. Same what that elf just did.
Yeah, that's what horrifies me. But
Well, what advantage do we have in it then? We're not inside. You're there without your cyber deck.
I think we should, but we know where they're taking her. So, in theory, we could build ourselves a back door tonight before she gets taken in. So, you could stake out the building. We could do some other stuff. We could find out a lot about this building tonight before you go in tomorrow. And potentially even, I don't know if there's a way we could get your cyber deck in there for you.
Keeping in mind, I did a really good job taking care of it last time. Remember? It was like 5 minutes.
You could give it to Mordecai. So I was thinking happen.
Or just no one's. I'm not the brightest troll, but no one's explained how that's any different. Except then we don't have Mainframe, and we're still outside the building, and she's presumably knocked out when they take her there, just like that elf.
We've just had bad luck when we try to infiltrate as a group.
I agree.
So if we have one person in there, that's better than 3 people in there. Like, it gives us a second way to get someone in. The issue is though, what makes you different than those other people on getting yourself out if we can't get in?
I'm very logical.
I want to say that you are a stronger person than most people who get locked up in there. You have skills, and you can do things that most other elves you can't. They're not gonna be expecting the skilled person that you are.
We've talked about it enough. Mainframe 3 has to decide.
I agree.
How are we doing this?
I'll go in.
All right.
I mean, this is
Let's
it's
gather.
a hell of a trust fall. But if I go in and my comlink, I'll keep it on as long as I can, and I may be able to get more documentation about what's going on in there.
I mean,
Right now, all we have is a van took a guy
Yeah.
who technically kind of might have volunteered for something.
Yeah.
We don't have any proof that anything really crazy is going on. The only way to know that is to be inside.
And do your recording.
I mean, I could try to infiltrate as staff, but that's a pretty tough con.
So we send Mainframe in to do the job herself, and what we just get.
And we go
soy
from the other
caps.
side. In the next,
I can't do this. Look, you gotta get me out. I'm not bringing guns, and I can't bring my cyber deck.
yeah. So, in the next 12 hours, we
Turn that way. It's a one-way street.
So I would like to pull the van over and get them some blueprints, like get into the host real quick. Might as well be as prepared as we can. So I assume there's a host here.
There's several hosts, in fact.
Great.
You kind of look, and there are multiple, and then there's one that looks like this beautiful glowing red flower. And it's like lotus, maybe not lotus blossoms, but it's,
And get them some blueprints, like get into the host real quick. Might as well be as prepared as we can. So I assume there's a host here.
there's several hosts, in fact.
Great.
You kind of look, and there are multiple, and then there's one that looks like this beautiful glowing red flower. And it's like lotus, maybe not lotus blossoms, but it's, poppy, pretty.
Can I use my corporate?
Poppies!
Can I tell which one might seem serious? Can I use my
Yeah,
corporate?
the one that
matrix
looks like a
procedures?
poppy.
That one, so the big glowing one is,
Yeah,
is
red blossom.
great. I would like to mark that host. Four hits.
Nope.
Okay. Yes.
You want any assistance?
Hey.
I didn't do it. What?
It's a corporate host. Sparkles might help.
Oh, yeah.
Consent.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, consent.
Is that the magic word that makes it happen? The magic happen? Because I never got the magic.
It's awesome.
It's because you have no essence.
I'm going to.
Don't be a hater.
It's not.
I'm going
it's
to
just
use a
facts.
point of edge to re-roll the misses on that because it was.
I didn't know you had a missus.
It's Talia.
Mordecai doesn't like wordplay.
I'm gonna use a point of edge to negate that glitch.
Oh. Wait, what were you rolling for?
Assuming you were rolling to mark the host again, so I just preempted that. Go ahead and.
Your intuition is up by 4.
Oh, thank you.
Unlucky rolling.
So here's the thing. I'm proud that Mainframe can do this because she's gonna stop them from doing this to others.
Use this also, because neither of us we rolling blanks.
Because after they
She
go
glitched, so
to elves, they're gonna go to
Yeah, it
trolls.
didn't roll great.
Or
So glitched.
They're already taking orcs and trolls and elves. It's just there's a lot more elves that they want.
8.
Okay, that does it. Yes, that will succeed.
Many
You,
more than the previous
are
one.
marked and able to enter the
Oh,
host.
very inspired. Great. I'm entering the shady host.
All right, give me a computer plus logic to look around. Add your dice to.
3.
You managed to find a basic sort of floor plan layout of the emergency exit. There's some areas that do not appear to be detailed on it. You just get kind of like restricted area, unrestricted area.
Great. Can I? What?
It is an encrypted floor plan if you would like to.
Mainframe?
then
Oh, yes.
crack that file.
What are you doing there anyway?
Getting you a floor plan.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
You know, if you don't want one, I won't get it.
No. Stand that to
I
me,
just
please.
wondered, you went in all transport there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm frightened about tomorrow.
It's gonna be cool.
So,
Crack file.
crack file.
You've got an adequate team of runners. Come and get you.
That is
With
very
some
inspiring.
morals.
And no, we're wheat bread of
Re-roll
morals.
some of those.
Fiber.
I'm so. Oh, Cromwell and Elsie have some edge now.
Ooh.
Nice!
Fang, you have 2.
Let's win.
I just looked over, like, literally, and Mordecai, you have another one.
I would like to use these.
And Mainframe has one too. See, everyone's getting edge.
I
And
used that
you get an edge,
immediately.
and you get an edge, and you get an edge, and you get an edge, and you get an edge.
I'm
I
keeping
did not
these.
get an edge in that. Which
I'm
is-
keeping these.
I have
open
another
snacks.
spitting monologue inside of me, and it makes me really
Thank you
happy
for that
seeing
edge.
you.
It got me from a 3 to an 8. Yes.
Yay.
Even with my reroll, I can stop. Fine, you crack the file. Copy of the floor plan.
Excellent. I copy that.
Yes.
Do I need to do a copy roll? You're gonna make no. I send that
Well,
immediately
yeah,
to everyone.
probably you technically should. Do it, copy roll. I want you to roll more dice.
And copy have.
I would like that.
Mainframe, I don't suppose you could, like, put me on the security team or something.
Tenders.
Sounds complicated, but maybe.
It does sound
I got
complicated.
I got
Sounds like I shouldn't use all my edge on this.
I got 4 hits for whatever the heck I was just doing.
You
Yes.
do
Copy the
not
file.
get a good copy of that file.
All right. Copy it again. I'll do it different.
Copy file is a what type of action?
Data processing.
Oh, fine.
Hey, kid.
Hoping it wasn't a
I know you
But I
were.
don't really care if you do this roll. It's less exciting for me.
I really want to get into that building.
You're pretty good at
Fix it.
impersonating people.
Yeah,
aren't
fine.
you?
Fine.
Yeah.
Got a copy of the file. Now I send it to people.
What?
Since she asked, I will.
Access the personnel records and see if you can maybe
That's exactly
insert
that.
a name. Was that
Yeah.
what you're thinking? Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you
What are
want
you
to try and do
thinking,
that?
Mordecai?
Great. Look for personnel records. So you can find the right set.
And matrix perception.
Yeah. So I'm getting like overly sassy with you right now.
That's fine. My intuition's boosted. I get like a lot of dice. It's good.
Are you
I'm
running
feeling very sparkly.
What?
8.
What's your limit?
Actually, no. My mental limit's 9. 9 hits. 'Cause I rolled 10.
Yes, you are able to find, what in particular? Did you want security or did you want something else?
You had an idea, right, Mordecai?
Well, I was thinking, what if we... it was only one guard that went with her back, it sounds like, to this building in the van. Is that correct?
3 people in the van.
3 people in the van.
And the unconscious person.
Mordecai has trouble with band
Never-
people counting.
Never mind my idea.
Okay.
Can you just add all of us onto some kind of...
Every person you try and add is going to be a different role. I'm just saying you have access. You can find all of the different personnel files. So whichever one
the rest
you
of
would
the
like
group
to
is not
insert
good
people into,
at blending
you
in.
can decrypt the set of files and then attempt to create a file
Yeah.
or edit one that's already in there.
So it's less risky if we do a single insertion, because the more I'm in here, the more shit can go wrong.
Okay.
So who do just so I can get the sort of race right? Which one of you wants? Is it Elsie?
I think you should do me because, and then my goal once inside, I can open doors for Fight Club.
Yes. Great. So I will crack the encrypted personnel file.
We're going. What type of? What are you? Where?
Security.
Security.
Yeah, like maybe somebody mid-level.
Mid-level.
There's also so you find there's security listing. There's like research personnel.
Oh.
You find doctors and medical assistants. You also can see that there's a delineation between the higher level security clearance and the lower level security clearance. Like clinic staff versus
If I'm on
research
the
staff.
security team, I might be able to have a weapon easier than if I was a doctor or something.
You want security?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Security file.
All right. So you are going to find and edit a file.
And there's a lot there's a lot of flowers on everything here, which I feel like is excessive. It's corporate but
Overdone.
flowery.
Yeah. So you're trying to basically take someone else who kind of already exists and make them
Copies and
someone that could be Elsie. Change the photo and get that copy. Ooh, no, reroll. Just like that. That was not
And
pleasant.
burn through 6 edges.
Thunder.
Yep, I
And
still
you're not
have
out.
more too. I am not out.
That thunderstorm is still here.
Just rain.
Okay, that's better. I like that more.
It's counting between. It's only a second in between.
4 hits.
Wow,
music just
that
did that.
music was
That
really
was appropriately perfect cue. You make a really clumsy. You just change
Fat
the name
finger.
Elsie, but what you managed to do is just change it. It's does not look at all like her. It's like a troll, 6'7" or I don't know how tall are trolls. 8 foot, right?
In feet? No, I'm not sure
Oh,
because I'm
meters.
British. What, 2 meters? About 8 feet.
Oh, that was a point. Yeah, I did that. All right. Anyway, yeah, so tall. So it just clearly not at all Elsie, but you
I'm 2.5.
really should change a name to someone.
Right.
So you have a person that you could use to create that or something something to get.
Do I have everything I need to create that key card, or do I need to copy anything?
You would need to then go into key cards and find that.
Oh, well then let's do that. Is that matrix perception?
Yeah.
Or
Can you make yourself look like a troll?
I have a really high
I-
disguise, but I can't add mass to my body. It's just a little bit of stage makeup and some costuming.
I could put an illusion on you.
You find where the security, you kind of dig deeper and find the card attached to the person, where you the print new card button sort of thing. So you could copy, if you'd like to copy that file, you can.
Would it,
okay, so
help,
that's just the copy file now?
Yeah.
would it help if you replaced the photo in the personnel
Actually-
file, or is that not something that's easy to do?
That's what she was trying to do.
Oh, right.
She did not succeed on doing that. Too well protected
Oh.
with buckets of edge.
3 hits with a copy.
Nope.
So hard.
But it's data processing.
It is data processing. You are chilling in this host.
Yeah.
So your Overwatch score is
What is my baby monitor telling me?
15.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
5 hits.
What's the limit? 40?
Yeah.
40.
But I add all of my hits to the score. Every time she does something.
Is that secret?
Oh, if she,
Not
it's a
ever
secret
watching
unless
that.
she asks. So I'm gonna see all of them. So I like have this line right at the bottom.
Yeah.
You think you have some sort of copy?
Sounds good enough.
You have a string of numbers that you could use in
6 is not good enough hits?
an RFID.
Okay.
I mean, I did the thing. So.
You know what? It'll be fine.
Yeah, well,
Everything's fine.
everything's
fine.
fine.
Everything's fine. Even if
Can
if
I-
the badge isn't great, I can still probably.
Okay.
Can I use my knowledge of magical security to get a sense of what level of to expect in there, as well as I also want to astrally perceive to know where these barriers are. I got a 3 on the magical security.
So when I'll get you the map at some point, but you'll be able to kind of locate the mana barriers to specific locations. Your guess is that they probably don't have on-site magical security, but they likely have like astrally projecting mages or spirits that could come to deal with an astral-based threat. So like if, say, Sharky would show up, they'd probably be able to do something about that. But that's pretty common for any, like especially any sort of corporation or anything linked to a corporation.
Right.
All right.
All right, well, recon.
So the next day, we go into the clinic.
Well, beforehand, I just want to make it clear that, like, I do some digital prep, you know, because my comm link is implanted, so I do everything that I can to add a bomb it, but also, like, remove traces of my actual identity and use one of the fake sins and remove any files I can, get that backed up in Data Haven in Denver, where I keep my stuff.
Mainframe 3, before you go in there, may I have your consent?
What am I consenting to?
I want to give you just a little more power when you go in there. And I promise that I won't take it down no matter what.
I consent. Thank you.
Your intuition goes up by 4.
Thank you.
So you head into the clinic,
Be careful.
and they take you back, and they're like, okay, we're going into the pre-op room. We're just gonna get you ready. You'll be going in. When you go into the procedure, they're gonna put you under for a little while because we're running some tests, and we really they don't want you to be awake for those tests. And then when you get up, we'll do our post-analysis and let you know how those results turn out. Here's some paperwork for you to sign.
Now, exactly what augmentations was I...
Oh, you'll be having a conversation before that. This is where we run a full diagnostic on your system to understand what's going on and be able to do, we have to send this information to the researchers in order for them to make decisions about whether or not you're a good candidate.
And I look at the paperwork and I take pictures of it as much as I can.
It seems like pretty, you're like, it's like very...
are there any clauses in there that make this ethical in any way? In
it
compensation?
looks like it was probably a pretty good contract, but you also look at it and you're like, I don't even know if some of these people exist. It's probably just a thing to make people feel comfortable.
Good.
Right. So...
I can give you a consent document. I have a lot of them. Sorry, flashbacks.
And how long will this take?
Oh, well, you'll be waking up probably in a few hours, and then we'll, it's a pretty short anesthetic procedure, general, and then we'll keep you overnight for observation just in case.
I also want to make it clear that beforehand, I handed off the cyber deck. It's not with me. I'm assuming that's, I don't want to take that.
Would you like me to...
I appreciate that offer, but Fang has threatened to shoot me unless she gets to protect the cyber deck.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot her if I don't get the cyber deck.
Why are you talking like that?
happened before. This is a flashback. Yeah.
I'm just thinking back, like, oh, I miss my cyber deck.
Feel naked without
I
it.
really do.
So they'll take you into the pre-op room, and like there's a very friendly a nurse assistant who's like super chatty and very like weirdly relaxing. And then they take you into the procedure room, and they'll hook you up to an IV, unless you're going to attempt to resist any of this. And slowly you feel yourself drift off. They're like, count backwards from 10, 9, 8, 7.
You guys, I think I should astrally project so I can watch what they're doing to her.
We can't.
Don't complicate the plan.
We can't let them know that we know. Big Papa, I know we just let the kid
There's
out.
nothing magical in there.
And with Mainframe drifting off into the slumbery land of general anesthetic, we leave our runners for another week.
Can I hoard this? Can I hoard these? Cause
I think so. We can probably hoard them.
Cause like I didn't get a.
Because I want to hoard mine.
Fine. If I can hoard these,
hell.
you can hoard yours.
Yes, I will keep my edge. Thank you, whoever gave it
I
to
know.
me.
I'm excited.
The edge.
I'm gonna need it next week.
These are my stabbing edge or my shooting edge, but someone
Well, you
stopped
got one
me.
in the gun hand and one in the sword hand.
Yeah. Which one is which? I hope the fans know.
These are my make everyone listen to my story edge points.
So about this one time.
Sharky.
So where's Zach and Anna? They're gonna ruin people's lives.
Hopefully not.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
You're on Honesty Hour tonight, aren't you?
I am. I'm doing Honesty Hour, so stick around for that if you want to see what
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
like when I'm honest for a change.
I've got 1, 2, 2.
Oh my god.
How scared are you?
Oh, were you watching me right down
Very
the
scared.
edge?
No. Mainframe is very scared.
My 5 points that I still have?
I 5?
At one point, I think the most I had was 12.
You used
Then
it.
I went, oh! It was because I had 10.
there will be a reckoning.
When did we lose you, chat room?
Right around the time where
look at all
I
the
said,
sharkies! Oh my god!
oh yeah, did you see that? They have a shark emoji now.
Oh, they should have sent a poet. It's so beautiful.
I'm taking these away so you can't touch them, Zach. These are
Give
my
me.
dice. My dice.
me.
Mine.
You missed it. Zach touched all my dice like 3 times. It was super mean.
How'd rolling go for you tonight?
I got a glitch.
I bet all those people who paid for you to roll for their corporation, they're going to be super happy about that.
But you can use someone else's.
Look at all the sharkies, they're so joyous.
I know.
Like, they make me really happy.
Did you
Oh,
hear?
that's so pretty.
Did you hear what's gonna happen soon? Did you hear what's gonna happen soon?
Oh, hi, guys.
Claudia, did you tell Zach about your recent delivery?
No.
Okay.
Strange
That
and
was very
confusing parts
stealthy.
of Hyper RPG I don't understand are creeping into Corp 6.
All
Are we
right.
gonna dance? Don't we get a dance now?
Ah.
Hey, Mark, can you do me a favor? The charger for this laptop is plugged in the front room. I'm gonna need it. It's dead. All right, so we're gonna read through all the donations after we get done rolling for all the corporation stuff. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. All right, so here, open some of this. Yeah, I got it.
Welcome, Vasco the Gamer.
Yay!
That's my brother! Woo! Yay, Kyle! Hearts.
Do you know him?
He's my brother. He's my little brother.
Oh, that's so
And Vasco
cute.
the Gamer also streams on Twitch, so check him
he?
out. Yes, he does. Often on Fridays.
They're getting ready for the work
What are you missing?
weekend.
Yeah, getting ready for the weekend.
I saw today. I learned how to do that. I can now use all the emoticons and all capital letters.
And you know Nightbot is not a human now.
Yeah, I did learn that Nightbot is not a human.
Well done.
It's a bot.
Yeah, it's a bot.
That,
The part bot in the name, not
No,
human.
no. Zach had to tell me twice.
Now I want
I
to
challenge a couple people in the chat room to make names that have bot in them so we can start trolling Claudia on Rabbit Stew.
did you know
And I want to
Joe
challenge
is a
the chat
robot
room
too?
to.
No, Joe's not a robot.
My little brother hasn't chosen a corporation yet, so you know.
Depending on how this run goes.
Depending on how this run goes, you may. But you know, you can start recruiting now.
God.
That's good.
Wow, there's so much things to talk about. There's a new shirt. Please buy it. I'm excited. We could be twinsies.
I'm excited about that shirt.
That shirt?
I love that.
All right, let's do some rolling.
Yeah.
Everybody played it really depressingly safe.
Oh.
Okay. Quick word of advice as the head of Shiawase.
What? Oh, you're the head of
Oh, you didn't know?
Was there a coup?
No, you're not. You're the third.
Okay, so Viking Lass was kicked out forcibly by myself.
I feel like that shouldn't be allowed.
Is there a rule for that, or?
No.
No. She sassed me
Oh.
out. And now I'm the head of the corporation.
You were their janitor.
I asked everyone in the corporation that to attack, and no one did. This upsets me, and there will be repercussions for that. But just a reminder that as a game in the Shadowrun universe, lying, cheating, stealing, being shifty corporations is all part of the fun. Everyone is so stupid nice to each other.
God, that sucks that you have friends that like you.
No, that's not it.
That's not what this is about.
It's all like in there. Like the corporations are helping each other out and being like really giving and weird. And
Maybe it's like the alliances before the murder.
I hope.
I guess I'm gonna do this now forever.
I hope. It's very not Shadowrunning. We expect more evil from you. If you need coaching, let me know. I have one apprentice. I don't know if I can take more.
No, I'm the only apprentice.
Okay, let's roll.
So
Yeah.
there are never in charge of Shiawase.
I am in charge of Shiawase, despite not being able to somehow tell Anna what we're supposed to do, but I'm working on that.
Actually, a rogue AI that has infected their system.
Wait, what?
But that's beside the point.
What are you talking about?
So the first roll is
Doesn't know about that yet.
Ares did research in law enforcement.
Ah,
That
laws
is
are good.
2d6, they also boosted that, so that's 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah, but they run they're your competition, right? You were Lone Star, they run Knight Errant.
Oh, then they can go to
2d6. Ooh, that's a
Oh
good
wait,
roll.
I am sorry, that doesn't count.
Oh, that was my good roll.
Because Ares paid for Elsie/Janine to roll for them.
Please,
What-
I would have
because
just
Ares
just
is on the
gotten
shit
them
list.
12, so I really hope you roll 1.
I'm not using his dice.
No, but you have to use the screen.
No,
There's
no,
a
you're
camera.
good. No.
Fine, fine.
I have
Yeah,
dice
it's okay.
here.
You shouldn't be on that
We're
side.
not actually using this camera.
Don't
for a
listen to
couple of
Claudia, she's not a producer. Go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling?
reasons. 2d6, please.
2d6. Great.
Plus 2.
4. Sorry, so what was the plus?
Poor Zack, his own corp doesn't listen to him. The Emperor has no dignity.
Dignity?
Plus 2.
8.
8. 8 is a success. So then we roll at level 8. We roll at level 2d4, which do you have?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So better be off your shit list now, Elsie.
It's Shadowrun. I assumed you only
Three,
had
my lord,
many
3.
Total of 3. 3% increase to their long.
I think the shit list is based on how Edge
Joe's
is
trying to get
allocated.
Ares.
Yeah, it
The
is.
shit list is gonna get pretty big tonight, I think.
Incidentally, that was espionage, but we don't roll that on screen.
Oh, did you guys not know that Shiawase donated 10 Edge to Lauren?
Oh, is that what happened right at the beginning when I went, oh! Thanks, Chiawase.
I don't know if that counts.
I figured
for
it
the
was
Big enough for that.
I don't know if that counts towards the shit list.
2d6 again. For Ares to do aerospace research.
Wanna roll?
7.
9.
9.
There's no plus to this.
Oh, there's no
7.
So 7 total. That is still a success, just barely. At level 5, 2d8, please.
I thought I was being helpful.
Are we all gonna do? Ooh. 13. Was there a plus on that? 13.
That is a 13% increase to aerospace, and that was actually espionage by 2 different corporations.
Getting crowded in there.
They're doing a little bit of underhanded stuff, but it's not in a negative way. It doesn't negatively affect anyone, it just positively
They
affects.
better be charging their cannons to fire next week.
Now, Evo did aerospace research, That's a roll for you. The rest of the rolls are for you.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 2, they did boost it.
So 6 total.
Plus 2.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I can lie if you really want, but...
No, it's fine.
Which is level 6. That's a success. 2d6 again. No plus. For their gains. 7% increase to their aerospace.
7%. It's alright. Whatever.
At their level it is.
You know, one of my favorite aerospace buffs that we included in the market, or items that can be purchased, is that you could eventually buy your corporation's headquarters on a space station.
What?
I can send them to space.
We're working on it.
Jordan really wants you to do that.
There's no magic in space. This is gonna be so good.
There's no magic in
There's
space.
no Sharky in space.
I've heard there's space dragons.
They can
though.
establish magic on the space station if
Remember,
there's enough.
in space, nobody can hear you shark.
Oh god.
But I can stab in space.
Space shark.
You can drive the spaceship.
Did research. Horizon did research in media. That's 2d6 plus 2.
I think I found the station. It's that big yellow ball.
It's really far away.
That's better. That's better.
But still a success.
Damn it.
So a d4 and any die at all.
Wait, what?
Any die at all. It's a d2, so evens or odds.
We'll go for what I've typically rolled the worst with in my life.
Okay.
3.
So 5. 5%. That's actually really good.
Really disappointing.
Max would have been 6%.
Oh.
That's actually really, really good. Oh,
That was for him?
Evo's aerospace was also espionage, but I think there's something shady going on there. So, whatever.
Hang in there, Evo.
But Horizon's media was not. That's a huge increase. They've got 97.6 billion, and you just increased by 5%. So they just got almost 5 billion increase.
Wow.
That's fine.
Which is bigger
Good
than
work.
some other segments. So, Mitsuhama did research in aerospace, but did not pay for any kind of buff, so 2d6. And that's still a success. What is with you? What is it?
Get it
Seriously.
together.
Do I have the curse now?
Roll you
20.
spend too much of it on her dice.
2d20.
No.
This is a finite quantity.
That's a d12, but that's a 1. So roll another d20. Alright, so 17.
Fuck.
That is a 17% increase
Jesus.
to Mitsuhama's aerospace.
Get that space station, yo.
Neonet's cyberware division, 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, I want to send them to space so bad.
That is a failure. What is so plus 1? That's 4. So normal level to reduce.
Oh no.
So that was a total of 4. We said. Yep. So level 5, 2d8 to reduce Neonet's cyberware division. Sorry, Neonet.
Cyberware is important.
It's true. 27. Wait, what did you just roll?
It's a D8 that's titled weird.
No, it's not. It's a D10.
Oh, it's a D10. Where's the D8?
They were both D10s.
There they are. There it is.
So, do you want to talk about how you're running an RPG soon?
Yeah, sure. Those are 2 6s.
DMing's super
Those are
easy.
2 6s.
Doesn't take any time.
Or energy.
whatsoever.
So that is negative.
That's why I went for one that
12.
was like improv story based and not systems based.
No, great. Good for you.
I just critted on this die. I wrote roll for fun.
That is a negative 12%.
Negative 12?
Oh no!
Renraku's robotics division, 2d6 plus 2.
2d6.
Time for a power go!
We at hashtag ShiaWas 100% definitely appreciate Zach is our valuable employee. By the way, Zach, the meeting was moved to the downstairs broom closet. Don't worry about all the other execs going to the top floor. That's for something completely different.
She's not really sassy.
I know.
Completely different.
Yeah.
That was very
2d6
portal.
plus 2.
Yeah, no, I was like,
But
that's
that's
you,
robotics.
the room closet's full of fire.
So that's a 9. which is just a normal success. 9 at level 6, 2d6 again. So a 6% increase for their robotics division.
Huh.
Satyr Crook's heavy industry, 2d6 plus 2.
I missed. There's something that's.
Oh dang!
Wow.
Dang, that's gonna do well for them.
Wow. Okay.
Those
All right,
robotics
so
that
that's...
went down?
No, not down.
No, that's he rolled 2 6s.
Oh.
So that is rolling to increase it at 2 levels below what it is. It's already maxed out at level 9. So rolling at level 7, that's a D4 and a D6 to increase.
Rocco, robots combined.
So 7.
7% increase at level 9 is pretty good. That's
Rocco's not on our shit list, are they?
Nope, not yet.
Alright, good job, Rocco.
Kuwase is 2d6.
All right, let's go team. Let's go team. Ooh, dang. That's 3.
Did you also not tell them to get someone else to roll?
Wow. Yeah.
Wait, what?
So-
Are you like?
You pick a side.
Yeah, but
Roll.
I mean, he rolls for himself, but why would? Why?
Roll 2d20.
Are you struggling with this, Janine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why didn't he hire somebody to roll?
Okay. 22.
Negative?
Almost like he doesn't have any real power. It is a home corporation.
Last one for research is Wuxing's finance, 2d6 plus 2. 10. Wow. Okay. Still just a normal success.
Ching-ching. Finance
Which
department.
puts them at level 8,
What does the
2d4.
finance
Roll
department
2d4.
Accounts receivable! Accounts payable! Boom!
Wow. Alright, 8%
Actuarial
increase.
work, yo.
Actually quite good.
8% increase, yo.
And then the last roll that we have for tonight is an attack.
Yes.
An attack on Renraku's consumer goods.
Uh-oh, robots nowhere near.
Is it like you torch a warehouse? Is that what that's?
Probably something similar
to
that.
do something
Yeah.
good.
What's your favorite consumer goods market item?
We only have one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Nerfs. New, exciting retail product.
No, actually, consumer goods. No, that's right. We have 2 on consumer goods, and one of them is the T-shirts.
Yeah, you could buy harebrained schemes graphic designers to make you a T-shirt.
Not just like designs that we already have.
Freaking out about.
Not just the logo.
There's a +2 mentioned.
They're fine.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, so show us a bit for a plus. So you can read that.
Hey, maybe Shiawase asked for that to be secret, but then Shiawase's own people are blurting it in chat. So, you guys are dumb. Looks like there's some management problems over there. Might want to get on that. Other executives, I'm above that. I don't have to deal with the petty stuff.
Alright, so to explain all of that, he rolled 3. It equaled a 5 because there was a secret +2 that they asked me to keep secret, which is partially why we're not using the dice cam.
Idiots.
So we went through all sorts of effort to try and keep that a secret for you. And yet...
Did the people calling it out refer to it as a secret +2?
No.
That would have been great. So anyway, the end result was I had him roll 2d20 that did nothing.
Oh.
And that's why I glossed over 22%, alright, whatever. Yeah. Way to go, guys. Way to go. Smooth.
Shiawase!
So at any rate, Renraku's consumer goods is being attacked. 2d6, please.
It's hard.
This all makes me
8
feel,
is a... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this all makes me feel better about the competence of the runners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn. Sick burn.
That is a success. So roll at level 2, reduce their market share at level 7, a d4 and a d6, if you please. And you want to roll high because this is a bad thing. Damn. Total of 5% decrease.
Rocco is trouble.
And that's it. That's all we've got for these rolls.
That's it. That was the only attack. Guys, attack. Go for it. Go for the gold. Bring them down. Other companies.
Shiwase and Seder Crew.
Why would you do that?
Or anyone else that ends up.
Why would you ever attack the corporation that I'm the head of? That's silly.
Researching on metagame.
Really quickly, I do want to mention more about the Corp Wars, the stuff that we just released. It is still kind of beta, subject to change. If you have suggestions, once again, please send them to us. We're happy to listen. If you think the prices are too high, if you think that there isn't enough impact in certain sectors, great. Let us know,
and we'll keep coming up with new stuff. Yeah. Quick update on that. If you looked at it, you probably noticed that there are sections within different areas that reflect whether or not you can post in the chat room encouraging people to join your corporation.
Oh, yeah,
you have to purchase that with some of your market research in media. So if we catch you posting in the chat room for your corporation, you could be fined if you have not actually purchased that with market research. So,
Harsh.
oh yeah, we're not fucking around.
Punitive. We need to give you a dice bag.
A dice bag?
Yeah. Cursed dice bag.
Don't put it in your pocket.
Just gonna put them all in my pocket.
Well,
Now I've always got sweaty dice that I can give to Claudia when she needs
So
dice
you've got
roll.
gratuities to read out.
Yes, so I'm gonna read out gratuities, but I'm gonna ask that Lauren go with Anna. You guys have a podcast to set up for. We're gonna go through the donations, and then you guys can go join Lauren. But
Great. I love everybody that gave me Edge. You're all wonderful, amazing.
You're,
all right.
I can
you're
be here
soulless
forever.
demons.
I'm not going to the podcast.
Oh,
You're
the
forever.
other thing that we didn't mention earlier, little tip, if you own stuff in market research, stuff like that, say if you own a lot of media, you could sell certain parts of your market to another corporation so they could run their ads, sell your media share to them in exchange for something else. Is that a leaf blower?
It is a leaf blower.
Or a lawn
Noise
blower?
complaint.
There's
Noise
a leaf
complaint.
blower?
Yep.
Wow. That's
We go yellow.
okay.
I mean, it's either that or someone's taking a blowtorch to the back door and like we're being
It's
raided.
infect.
That would be pretty funny.
MFEC is doing its secret infiltration. You can tell by
By the noise.
the noise.
We're super discreet.
All right, let's go through these donations. Just a reminder, we get noise complaints about once a week and they're trying to evict us. We don't complain because we're not dicks.
But we do have video evidence that there's leaf blowers.
Oh, we have video evidence for people getting phone calls in the next building. Someone gets a call, we hear it. Let's see, where does it start here? Wow, you guys got a lot tonight.
We were blessed. I got 2.
Vasco de Gamer, $25. Go Mainframe.
Thank you, Kyle.
Use this edge in good health. Consider it an extra quarter for your Matrix arcade game.
Yes.
Oh.
That's sweet.
William TW, $25. Go Fang. Here's some edge to help you reach old age. Hashtag Neonet.
Hashtag Neonet. Thank you, Neonet.
Nice thought.
William TW, $25. Not putting all my edge in the same basket. Go Lauren. Hashtag Neonet.
Neonet.
You really are keeping a shit list, huh?
It's fine. It's fine.
Erzlin, $200, 8 points of edge to Lauren.
Wow.
Help defend Shiawase against these evil allegations of Evo. Go do that.
While we're attacking them,
I don't know.
I think they
like if
can.
they want to do defense edge. I don't
Go
know.
do that voodoo that you do so well.
Oh.
They're never gonna dig themselves out of that hole.
It's fine.
Lumiere, $25. Hashtag Shiawase condemns in the strongest this deplorable action from a corp that clearly doesn't care. Edge to Lauren, Inferno Mine for DFA.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Crit is throwing shade at me. Lauren broke the French press. Lauren broke the French press. I did not.
Hey, keep your personal drama bullshit at home. We don't want to hear it here. What goes on between you and Lauren in your apartment stays there.
And on Twitter.
Not here.
Okay.
I think it's fine. We have a French press we don't even use.
No,
We
it's
could-
broken.
I was about to say we could
Did-
solve this, but apparently
Did
not.
Lauren break it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, but it was Stevie Thompson who also has red hair. So.
Wow, this is not interesting at all. Supalot, $25. Hashtag whooshing. Edge to Mordecai, whooshing. We're behind everything you do, and we're helping you do it better.
Oh, that's nice.
I never thought I could like a corporation, but now I do.
You could always like a corporation.
I'm starting to have feelings about some.
Arislan, $25. Oh, whooshing is now allying themselves with Evo. Shiawase has taken notice. Hashtag Shiawase advancing life by protecting our interests. I approve of that message. Celador, $25. One edge to Mainframe to bring down the Space Dragon and his minions.
Wow.
Power up by plugging into hashtag Neonet.
Thank
Space
you, Neonet.
dragons.
Arislan, $25. Oh, that last donation and this one are for Edge to Lauren. Sorry, I forgot to say that in my rage. Hashtag Shiawase, happiness for our allies.
It's fine.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Arislan's good.
AO Vision, $25 plus one edge to Elsie, hashtag whooshing. We're behind everything you do. Dependor, $25, still part of Lauren Legion, but have to give some edge to Mainframe from hashtag Evo.
Thank you, Evo.
Lumiere, $25. No, I don't think you understand, Lauren. You get the edge, Evo gets the shaft. Don't mess with Shiawase. $25 for the pair of the Orion as well. So they're kind of mixing stuff for DFA and...
Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
V-Warpish, $10, hashtag whooshing. The Cleaner, $50, one edge to Mordecai and the other to Mainframe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The end.
Hashtag Seder Krupp to prevent any mess created by Shiawase's edge to the GM.
Seder Krupp.
It's feeling a little bit like the opening credits to Monty Python.
Nal Taurus, $25. Hey, hyper up power!
Zach, the only good thing about Shiawas. Hashtag Neonet.
Mimicus.
Look, we got a mashup from Mortifram 3.
What?
Someone chips you guys.
I did see earlier because in shipping we allowed for like an increase in certain stuff. Somebody in the chat room said in the shipping department we should be allowed to pay to ship characters together. That's kind of a funny idea.
That is funny.
Mimicus, $25, hashtag Neonet supports, hashtag Lauren Legion, point of edge for GM.
That's nice of them.
Naltris, $25, have some sweet edge to get you through for Mainframe, hashtag Evo the corp that cares. Anon, $125, hashtag Corpsins edge for all the runners. Cromwell, LC Fang, Mordecai, Mainframe. I wasn't going to donate to Game Edge, but that was just too good. Had to. For Overlord and crew, my Friday donation was for all the great content and making that statement. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
To be clear, this same person donated $1,000 on Friday towards DFA, and with no purchasables or anything attached, just as a...
Awesome. That person's great.
Paradigm Shift, $25, hashtag Evo loves you all, and would like to give Lauren some edge.
That's confusing.
Yeah, it is.
Nameless Shiawase... Oh, I can't... The full name is too long. Nameless Shiawase worker, hashtag Shiawase donates for edge to the GM.
Donuts?
Donates.
Donates.
Carvaca wants to ship Cromwell with himself.
That would be fine. Cromwell loves himself.
No.
There were a lot of ways that could have been taken. Just drop it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like
Let it go from there. Guys, that was all the donations that came in during Shadowrun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stick around. We're going to be doing Honesty Hour with Dan tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to answer you guys' questions, talk about his childhood and why he's so weird.
You're not weird.
I didn't have a childhood.
You grew out of an egg just
Proving my point. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around.